Penises.
Penises would fall into that category, yes. What is up? Welcome back, everybody. We're good. We got everything set up. We got everything prepared. We're just down one oracle for this second episode of the adventure.
Frowny face.
Frowny face. That's fine. It'll work out. It'll be fine. There's one thing I do not have here, actually, which is Sirenscape. I need to grab my Sirenscape. I needs my Sirenscape. That's big and cool and important. We gotta have our neat background sounds. Gotta have our ambiance.
Love the ambiance.
Get down to, where is it? The Godsmouth Heresy Ossuary, and the final button is this one. There we go. So, everything is in place. Minus one person, of course, everything else is in order and ready. So, we're going to continue this. If you weren't here last week, we're playing a short module here to just kind of get to know each other as players and you, for me as a GM. See how we all work together, get some setting going, get some background built, generate rapport, etc. And the Godsmouth Heresy is a pretty good little module to do that. It's not terribly long. We might literally finish it today. If we don't, at the absolute maximum, there's going to be one more session left in this here. But we got us some nice level 1s. I love them. They're so adorable with their 9, 10, and 11 total HP. Just kind of hoping that the next thing they walk into doesn't one-shot them. Trying to figure out how to ration their meager 3 to 4 spell castings that they have each day, or the one day that this is taking place in their case. And so far, all we've really done is explore one branch of the Godsmouth Ossuary. They were hired as a bunch of shitty dumpster level 1 mercenaries. I can say that now because we're on my channel. I don't have to just say regular dumpster level 1 mercenaries. By the Church of Pharasma in a city known as Kaer to investigate the disappearances of a bunch of bodies from their crypts beneath the city. Crypts that intertwine with the labyrinthine network sprawling all throughout the mountain Kaer is built on top of. Most of it's uncharted. Most of it's a whole lot of unknowns. And so far, they have made it exactly about yay far. The northern reaches of this lower level of the Pharasma Ossuary. They have fought their way through some zombies, some strange floating flamethrower runes. It's actually up to a session 2, so I get to update this to session 2. They've fought through a crazy sex demon thing. Whatever you want to refer to that particular encounter as. And now, on the tail end of fighting what was definitely the deadliest opponent they've faced so far, this construct of bone, a slithering 6-foot skeleton that has crawled its way out of the depths of the huge pit they're all standing around the edges of. 2 of them have faced near-death experiences. 2 of them, the most confident probably of the group here, Maverick and Dick, are perfectly fine, missing no health, hunky-dory, having a great time. Nothing's wrong here. I gotta add my sand face to this particular scene. This scene needs a sand face.
Confidence is my shield, as it has always been with my ancestors.
I'm just really cocky all the time. It works out.
So, party. You managed to slay the bone snake here, this Necrophidius. And there's only one door leading out of this circular pit. And again, this is an older map, a little harder to set up dynamic lighting on. It is right here next to Tyrm. Bully, thank you for the follow. Do I not have my notifier on this scene? I didn't see that. I heard the noise, but I didn't see the follow pop up. It's definitely on. Did that pop up, Chad? Am I stupid? Anyway.
Well, I mean, it's the way forward. We might as well keep pressing onward.
Continue
Sounds good to
opening doors and just largely hoping everything works out.
Back, actually. If we all stand next to the door, that seems suspicious.
Don't
What
worry,
if-
the only witnesses are dead right now.
What if the door explodes?
Yeah! Lots of things explode. I know
Oh.
all about exploding things, and lots of things explode, and the door could explode. And you
Tim?
don't fall. Die.
Opens up the door to the back here, and I know what I'm missing that I don't have open. I don't have the module. Hold on.
Oh.
Yes!
You open a door to something. I'm not positive what quite yet, because I definitely don't have the Godsmouth Heresy is the thing that I forgot to open. That's relatively important.
We can't open the door to a pile of cure light potions.
Yeah.
Hey.
And like some extra bombs.
Well, the good news is, like, on the dynamic lighting layer itself in Roll20, I color code all the doors based on whether or not you can just open them, or if they are locked or barred in some way. So I'm assuming I just fucked myself because that door was green, which is my code for you can just open the door.
Oh boy.
But you open it into yet another one of the ossuary's 10-foot square stone tunnels. Now, Maverick, and Maverick alone, with your low light vision, you can see a bit further on. You can see the far wall in the distance and where it appears to open up into a square chamber with some kind of monolith standing in the center you can barely make out. What you can certainly see is not far beyond where your human and halfling friends are going to be able to perceive. The hallway gives way to a charnel house of scattered bones, scraps of flesh, and blood smeared all over the floor, walls, and ceiling.
Ah, that looks delightful.
What? The hallway?
Something
It's
fun.
an absolute mess down there.
Oh. Like what kind of mess? Like the good kind of mess or like the bad kind of mess? Because
The only kind of mess we've run into so far in this place.
is it more like sexy people? Because
We ran into a bunch of different messes in the hallway
she
back
was
there.
kind of a hot mess, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. There were hot messes and then there were stinky messes. This looks like more of like the gory type of mess. So
Like the-
basically, right up your alley, Term.
Oh,
Okay.
fantastic. I'm gonna move down the hallway.
I love it.
And as you move down the hall here, again, just go ahead and put yourselves like approximately here in the hall how you want to be as you're advancing, and I can just drag the block of you down and give me your general positioning. Something like that, more or less.
Pretty
Yes.
much.
Safe
That
distance.
works.
Scoot her back one so she's in range of 5-foot step up and heal people.
You know, this looks real familiar to me. I wonder why.
It's almost like this is exactly the party arrangement looks like all the time with all the characters you play that are always frontliners.
Yeah.
You continue your way down the hall, and as you get near to the opening to this larger room, all of you can see much more clearly the moss-colored stone monolith in the center of the room, wreathed with wisps of gray mist that almost seem to congeal around the stone pillar. And from this range now, you can see underneath the blood smeared all the way across this back wall in front of you, there are some strange runes. But these aren't like the runes you've seen on the statues in the buildings, the rooms previously. These have been sloppily hand-painted with some kind of a brown pigment. You can also hear this. You can also start to hear the sound of something shifting around the corner, and you're going to cast your detect magic. Try and see if anything shows up to you. And with your spell, your incantation, you put up this cone of detection, but are stopped nearly immediately as the sound of your cast brings two barking, half dog, half corpse creatures rampaging around the corner. So we're gonna roll initiative, my friends.
Haha. If I can do this right this time.
You gotta be a token selected. Yep, you good.
I did it.
You did it. And I gotta roll for Arena. Let me find this. The character, and she rolls twice and takes best, right? So that works.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, rolls twice and takes one, I believe.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna go ahead and stick with the 17 there. And let me roll for these two little dingle nuggets. Alright, I have to roll manually. I don't have all the cool tools I have in War for the Crown. They don't have stat blocks built into them. Oh, well, that is a feast and a famine there on that one. It was a 19 and a 2 on the initiative coming across from these creatures. So,
Woot.
fortunately, Maverick, your reflex is very much on point. You react as these corpse dogs come rampaging around the corner. And do you have any knowledge religion at all? I don't think you do, right?
No, I got dungeoneering.
Okay. If you do, when it comes around to your turn, if any of you do have knowledge religion, you can use that to try and identify these.
Does it take an action?
No,
Okay.
but it is only for religion. It's for Pathfinder. It's based on what subtype the creatures are, and these are definitely undead. These speedy
Undead,
little
you say?
dog
Ooh,
monsters.
look at those things.
Yeah, very creepy.
Well, so what do you do, Maverick?
So Maverick's going to not too terribly interested in exposing himself at the moment too far. Can I whip a dagger at the front one and not be hindered by Tyrim in the way?
Yeah, if you... So, Raw cover's kind of unclear as to what's provided by allies and one on their line of sight. I think Raw this would block you, but I play it if you are adjacent to an ally, you could pretty much like throw or shoot over their shoulder, and they won't block you. If he was here, he'd be giving them cover. But from here,
Gotcha.
You're fine.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that's what he'll do. He'll go. He'll pull a dagger and just kind of left hand wing it around the side to catch the front in the face as it charges around the corner.
All right. So you flip this dagger forward, and with a 16, as this creature has not acted yet, that dagger will absolutely connect.
Huzzah! Sneak attack damage because he's flat-foot?
Absolutely sneak attack damage because he's flat-foot.
Woot woot. Yeah.
So 2 damage from the dagger, 2 more damage from the sneak attack. And yes, he does not have any kind of DR that you feel. That dagger sticks right into the thing's shoulder for 4 damage. Now, it is his turn. And as he is in the front here, coming around the corner, getting hit by a knife, seemingly undeterred, it is going to rampage towards Tyrim, charging in full tilt. What is your flat-footed AC, Tyrim?
14.
14. And he's got +2 for charging. And I'll mark that on him because he's also got -2 AC for charging. And as he rushes in with a very, very excited chomp, the creature bites down on your leg. You take 7 damage. It's pretty bitey.
Man.
And you can see...
Hang in there, buddy.
you can see as it bites down, it seems to draw energy from you, reinvigorating itself, healing the strike it had taken from the dagger.
What?
And what's your CMD as it tries to pull you to the ground?
16. That I hear dog, but worse.
Fortunately, with a 16, it seems to be more focused on biting down and feeding, as you can feel a scraping tongue start to pull flesh and bone into its mouth as it reinvigorates itself, than it is on actually pulling you to the ground. So you manage to stay standing. Rena, seeing that and seeing the creature heal itself, how many spellcasts has she got left? It seems pretty angry. But she's only got 2 Cure Light Wounds left. I don't know if she's going to blow one right now.
I think she only had 2 in the first place, didn't she?
Well, she's spontaneous. So she just has 5 casts.
Oh.
She's going to decide best course of action here is try to do more damage, and this thing can heal. And, oops, she's going to take a shot with her crossbow. Hopefully we'll play that first sound. With a crit threaten, absolutely a 19 on the die to crit threaten and an 18 to confirm she absolutely will play that second sound. This thing's very distracted trying to feast on, I almost said no, on Tyrm here. And it's going to take 11 damage. And it looks like it's at death's door. It's desperately injured. And she's going to not 5 foot step back. She's going to stay close because she has to heal you. Tyrm.
I'm being munched on by a very aggressive undead. I was raised to not like undead. I'm going to not like this undead.
Well, with a 12, due to the fact that it's focused entirely on rushing in and getting the bite, you are absolutely able to bring your greatsword down on this thing. And with 11 damage beyond...
12 because it's undead.
12 because it's undead. Beyond obliterated. That hits because of the AC penalty from charging. So
Yep.
You're good. So
And
you ran this
then-
thing nearly in 2 with 12 damage. But with 12 damage, possibly entirely in 2. Honestly, it's gone. Then what?
I was considering 5 foot step, but I'll just stay where I am.
All right, go ahead and stay where you are. Dick!
Okay, so I am going to move. How far can I move as this little guy with short legs?
20 feet.
20 feet and 40 feet if I double move.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay.
You can get in front of Tyrm and protect him.
That's kind of what I was thinking
You
about
do
doing.
have 21 AC.
So this is 20 feet, yeah?
Yep, you can absolutely get up there.
Okay, so I march right up there like, I've got a crossbow here, and I'm gonna stare this thing. This thing is right around this
So,
corner,
do you
right?
have your crossbow in your hands while you're exploring?
Yeah, I said I got my crossbow out
Okay.
before we...
I was just making sure, because you actually cannot draw a weapon as part of a move action, because specifically level 1 characters that are not full bab can do that. It's almost a pointless rule, because literally everybody else in the entire game can do it, but if you already did crossbow out, you're good. Yeah, I mean, everybody but non-full bab level 1 characters. Everybody can do it at level 2.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because it requires you to have a bab.
Yeah, so I had it out.
Okay, you're good.
So I stare at this thing right in the face and just shoot an arrow right at it.
Nice. Fire a bolt.
And that's just, that's crossbow, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, nearly
And,
had an 18 there.
Your bolt, with an 8, unfortunately, is going to fire wide as this creature charges in, changing targets mid-dash to whatever just happens to be the closest to it, and attempts to chomp down on you. So you're at 21 AC, right?
Yes.
With your mutagen?
Wow.
Your mutagen gives it her +4, because it's 4 to her dex, and then +2 natural armor. So she actually
Oh my
gets
gosh.
Yeah, level 1 dex mutagen is a pretty good AC buff. It's actually solid. And with 21 AC, The downside is that your smallness does not necessarily help you here. You're down at the thing's level. And it's able to bite down on you because it's got a much bigger target rather than just a leg directly in front of it.
Ugh.
You take 6 damage, and again, you can see the thing, this one unwounded, simply swell and get bigger and larger, muscles rippling beneath its skin from the energy it is pulling out of you as it bites down and feeds. And what is your CMD?
CMD 13.
That's the bad times. Fortunately,
It's too busy.
also too busy eating. Doesn't pull you down. You're good. It hasn't pulled any trips out yet, so that's a benefit. Maverick, we're back to the top of the round.
Oh gosh, darn it! The little one's bravery has clearly gone to its head. All right, so hopefully, unlike the trying to deal with the bone snake here, it was unfortunately it was too difficult to get past the bone snake. But maybe with this thing being distracted, munching on my companion, I might be able to tumble through its space. And well, actually, tumbling through a threatened area is easier, right?
Yes, if you're just trying to move through a threatened square without provoking, you just have to beat their CMD. But if you fail, you stop moving and you provoke. If you just let them swing, you can move through and provoke. So it's kind of it's a high risk, high reward sort of deal.
Makes sense. All right, well, I'm going to give it a shot. So Maverick is going to try to get to over here to flank the creature.
So it also takes you 10 feet of movement for each threatened square you're moving through. So
okay.
You are going to actually have to use 30 feet of movement just to go from here to here. You can double move there if you want to. But,
well, my speed is 30, so I can go. Hang on, let me get the.
And it
measure.
also the final point. Dick is not threatening, so you're not getting flanking if you're on the other side from Dick. If that's what you're going for. Dick only has a crossbow in his hand. He's not a melee threat.
Ah.
So him being there doesn't count for flanking?
You have to be actively
be threatening, which means you have to have a melee weapon in your hand or have like improved unarmed strike or something.
I got you.
Yeah,
okay.
just let me to finish listing the reasons, to guide you away, because I know I get what you're going for, and there's a variety of reasons that in this situation it's not going to work.
Okay. Well, at the same time, though, I want to get in range to strike, and
Well, you can certainly either get to
through.
here.
Yeah,
or
that's the goal, is
or
to
on
get
top
here.
of this body. Yeah, you can do that. All right, so you want to try to use the acrobatics to move past the body?
Well, I mean, I still have to go through one threatened square, so.
Yes. That's what I mean. Do you want to try and dodge the AOO or let him take the AOO?
No, I want to dodge it.
Okay. Give me that acrobatics check. And with a 12, as you get to here and you try to move away and flip out of space, there's just not enough room in this hall for you to get out of this path.
Way.
So you're stuck right there, and he does get an AOO. What's your
All
AC?
right.
What's your AC?
Oh, it is 16.
Fortunately, without all of the speed from charging in behind him, he's still too distracted eating the halfling. He doesn't.
Yes.
He puts a cursory nip your way, but not much more than that.
I escaped the consequences of my actions yet again.
So
All right,
you're
I'm
there.
gonna attack him.
And with a 15 coming out of your mace, moving up into position here, that is absolutely going to be enough to land a blow.
Wallop.
And you crush him for 6 damage. Notably, this seems to do nearly nothing to the creature. Not because he's resistant to it, but because the energy he's sapping from Dick. You have, at best, brought it back to neutral.
Well, I'll take what I can get.
Rena, guess if it was the right answer this last turn, right answer this turn, she'll move up behind the Dick so he's not in the way of her shot, and take another shot with the crossbow. Where is that? There it is. Oh, I thought she crit again, but the 20 was on the confirm. Feels bad. And with a 7, That one is going to go wide as she tries to shoot past this creature that is now chewing on Dick. Tim.
Can I hold my turn to trade places with Dick?
Yes.
I
You
will
can
say,
absolutely
Dick, fall
do that.
back. And I'll stand back out of the way, ready to jump in and take Dick's place.
Dick.
We're like, ha! Can't tell me what to do. Going to try and acrobatics around to the other side. Probably over here.
So,
I-
if
You
you want to
can't
go,
actually get that
you
far.
only have 20 feet of
True.
movement, which means that's as far as you can go.
Yeah, that's
Because it's
true.
it's basically considered difficult terrain moving through threatened squares. So,
Okay.
give me your acrobatics check.
Can't tell me what to. You can't tell me how to live my life.
With the same 12, once again, that's not going to be enough for you to avoid this creature's attack. It's already very much focused on you. But fortunately, with your 21 AC, your dodginess and your skin hardening from your mutagen, you are able to pull away from it there.
At least you got out of the way for
Yeah.
Tyrim to get in there.
You did
Yeah.
get out of the way.
So I suppose at that point I'll be taking my turn.
Well, after his, were you readying? Or
Yeah,
were
I
you-
was readying to move into the.
Oh, I
empty
thought you were just holding. Okay, then yeah, you would go off then, and then Dick would finish his turn. So, because you can 5-foot step as part of your ready action, so then he would 5-foot step in, and I imagine smash this fucking monster.
Absolutely. We are bringing the sword.
It hasn't come back around to its turn yet, so it still has the charging penalty.
Destructive smite as well.
And with a 17,
18 damage.
Yes.
18
Yes.
damage, significantly more than the maximum HP this thing possesses. As you bring your greatsword down on this creature, Tyr, what do you do?
As soon as Dick clears the way, I bring my sword up from the side step, move into the step, and just cleave it right down the middle, across the spine, going down its body.
Absolutely give you splitting this entire thing in half with doing 50% more damage than it has maximum health. That's fine. Leaving this thing dead on the ground. I think Dick's actually the only one with knowledge religion in the party because I looked and
am.
Rena didn't have it.
Yeah.
I am a
I
cleric
forgot
of
to
Golem.
prompt you for it on the first round.
Yeah, I can still roll it.
Knowledge religion, oh cleric.
Hell no.
He doesn't know.
I'm a
he knows
cleric.
How to, yeah, he's a cleric of Gorum. He knows how to hit things. His knowledge religion is fighting.
I'm not a priest, I'm a cleric.
Yeah. With a 17, you would identify this as one of the more common breeds of undead known as a festrog. And this is basically what happens when a creature is killed by a massive wave of negative energy. It's not a zombie. It's not a reincarnation or a necromantic creation. It's almost just the full power of that negative energy still lingering in the corpse and animating it much like an undead wild animal. I'd give you a question about it, but it hardly matters at this point as the creature is very dead.
Can I do another knowledge on the obelisk?
Yes, you can. In fact, you can give me
Before
a
you do
knowledge
that,
arcana.
before you do that, I'm going to mutter a quick prayer to Gorum, and we both get 2 health.
2 health back to Dick as another wave of positive energy ripples out from his holy symbol.
Okay. All right. I was going to do. What was it? Knowledge Arcana.
Knowledge arcana, yes.
What's 10?
With a 10, you can tell that it is very powerfully magical, but nothing much beyond that. It doesn't look like anything you really recognize, nor do the runes around the walls of the room.
It's something of some sort that is probably powerful. That's mostly what I knew. Okay, gotcha.
I wonder if it's responsible for the gore along the wall, or if that was probably these creatures.
Do you
Uh,
think?
Very well been these
There
things.
is, yeah, there's not light up into that room quite yet. There's just both your
Oh.
light sources still hanging back. But as Rena and Tim come forward, revealing that corner, you can most definitely see they have been feasting vigorously on something. It doesn't seem like it was an entire body. It doesn't look like it's something that they killed. It looks like part of a body that they just found.
So if I throw a rock at the obelisk, do you think that would be a good idea or a bad idea?
It's entirely possible that we could turn into those things from what you just told me about these creatures.
Yeah, well, it could be powerful good. I mean, there's only like zombies and blood and stuff around it. Like, it's not that bad.
What?
I'm just going to continue to not mess with the
We
obelisk.
could stand back further, and I could throw a rock.
Matter of fact, I'm going to spontaneous cast Shield of Faith as Cure Light Wounds.
Okay. Just trying to bring back some of the health, and you get another 2 HP back from that Cure Light Wounds. Still kind of injured from the binding attack of the Festrogs, but better.
Yeah? This is workable.
Looking through, so I was actually being very diligent in writing down all the stuff we found, and now that notepad file is nowhere to be found.
Okay.
Did we have any healing potion provisions that they gave us before they tossed
gave
us
you
down here? I seem to remember we did.
They gave you each 1 Cure Light Wounds potion. So if you have not consumed yours, then you would have 1.
Do you need this healing potion, Tyr?
Not for now. Best to hold on to it in case something else gets a hold of me.
Yeah. It seems to be a habit you have.
Blood for Gorum from both sides.
So we're not doing anything with the obelisk.
Not at all. Leave it alone.
Dick really wants to touch the obelisk.
But I mean, it's cool. It's got the fog around it, and everything is like ambiance and.
I'm just
Okay,
gonna
well,
start
like-
walking down the hall.
Fine.
I mean, you can go touch the obelisk, Dick. He's not stopping you.
Did
Go ahead, Dick. I'll watch from here.
Did the detect magic get anything in here or no?
Didn't even go
you
off.
Don't, he didn't get to do it. As soon as you started it, he sensed the presence of magic, and then you got ambushed by dogs. It takes 3 rounds. Like the casting of detect magic alerted the Festrogs.
Can we detect another magic in here? Like, I probably magical, but
I'll do it from where I am.
Alright, so from way back here, a nice, generous, healthy 30 feet away from the obelisk, you detect an overwhelming aura of conjuration.
I don't have to roll for that, do I?
No,
No,
you
that's
get
detect thoughts.
no, yeah. With detect magic, you get the aura and the school and the strength automatically. There's no.
Well, no,
rolling
when
to
you said
detect that.
overwhelming, I was like, I'm not about to be dazed.
Oh
am I?
no. That detect magic, I think, is the only detect that doesn't do that. Now, you have no knowledge arcana or spellcraft, really.
Nope. I will tell Dick exactly what the magic has told me.
Dick, make a knowledge arcana.
okay.
Actually, this is
Charge.
probably more a spellcraft. Maybe a spellcraft. Not necessarily to identify the obelisk, but just like a DC 10 spellcraft to know things about magic. So
20.
Hey.
with a 20, conjuration is about the least helpful aura you could possibly get back from something, because conjuration is a great
Anything.
many things. Yeah, it's such a broad school of magic. It encompasses what it sounds like on the surface, which is, summoning. Summoning magic is certainly a part of conjuration, pulling beings or echoes of beings from other planes. It also encompasses healing. The cure spells are conjuration. Even raise dead, binding a soul back to the body, is conjuration. Teleportation, planar travel, all conjuration. It is by far the most broad school of magic.
See, the dogs were healing, and so this could be a healing obelisk.
If we're desperate, we can come and mess with it. For now, we should not.
I have a good feeling about this obelisk, but I guess we can just move
You
on
can
here.
go touch it. You don't have to, it doesn't need consensus.
No, I was really hoping that someone else would touch it. But I have a good feeling about it.
I am not smart. I am wise enough to know you don't touch spooky obelisks.
Nick, you know Janeway better than me. How likely is she to touch the
Dude,
stick?
you should totally try this. It's amazing.
Great feeling about it.
This is fantastic. We should definitely touch this. Well, I'm not going to touch it, but one of you should definitely touch it.
That is a very gnomish thing to do.
Is a halfling, sir?
Halfling.
Allegedly.
I like
a
this
halfling.
much. Allegedly.
All right, so I'll take this group here.
I'll have you know. Rude.
And we continue our adventure down this very lengthy stretch of hallway. And
Looks like a mirror image of the hallway from the other side.
Maverick would notice it first, but about here, everyone would see, once again, a set of stairs descending down to a plateau, and Maverick could see slightly beyond that another set of stairs on the other side, exactly mirroring what there was on the other side of the ossuary. The stairs descend 10 feet to a landing, and then back up 10 feet on the other side to bring back to level. You can see a hallway forking off to your right, to the left on the map, but you can't see much of it.
So do we think this is behind the third door?
Yeah, it seems as though that the layout down here is fairly symmetrical. If we pop down to the landing, we didn't explore the middle hallway last time. It might lead to the central area.
It also could be like really dangerous and stuff. But you know, do you
I'm
have a good
still
feeling?
curious about that statue back at the opening that we found. We
Well,
haven't.
I'm curious about the obelisk, but nobody else is curious about it, so fine. I guess nobody gets their way today. I guess we'll just keep going forward.
We can mess with.
You
both.
really are taking that to heart, aren't you?
Nobody trusts my judgment. I see how it is. It's because I'm a halfling. I knew it. I knew coming along with this. But no, fine. We'll keep going forward.
Might be more because you throw bombs for a living that I'm a little
Yeah.
hesitant to trust your judgment.
You certainly can't go and say that you are more oppressed than me. My family was entirely slaughtered simply because they were elves and my birthright stolen from me.
Good. So you could touch the obelisk and it wouldn't like nobody would care.
Ooh.
Exactly. Just like you. You halflings are all the same.
Rude! Ah, so
With your
rude.
beards and your pointy hats.
Your hairy
What?
feet that are probably exposed because halflings aren't really one for wearing
Don't talk
shoes.
on my feet. They just happen to be smaller than usual. It's perfectly normal. Okay. Well, I guess we can keep going then.
I'm just staring at the both of you in awe as to why this is relevant in our current situation.
It's totally relevant. Everything. You don't understand anything.
You don't understand the plight of us demi-humans.
Yeah. I'm not a demi-human. I'm a halfling, and it's more than human, not less.
I'm trying to it's both less and more than human.
You're trying to empathize with Dick. It's having the opposite effect. he's more offended now.
Okay.
Onward.
Onward, noble leader of the front part of the group.
So as you continue and down this small flight of stairs, you would come to another intersection, and I'm going to tell you guys, ignore those red weird dotted lines on the map because this is these stairs go down beneath a different section. That's not a thing. There's nothing there. That's a room. They're literally above this.
Okay, so that's not like a bridge or anything. That's
No,
just...
it is a room that is wholesale above this stairwell.
Okay, yeah, because we've dropped down
there are
10
some,
feet.
because this goes down 10, then goes down another 10 to the landing below you. The ceiling, it's a little bit of meta for knowledge. The ceiling of this landing here is the floor of that hallway, so they had to overlap on the map. So it gets a little awkward. But these stairs to the west, to your right here, descend down 10 more feet, and then a further 10 to another large set of stone double doors here, just like they had on the other side. However, this side does bear something a bit different. Scroll way up. Okay, I lied to you. That is actually a thing on the map. I totally lied. I'm sorry. Above that lower landing, another 10 feet below you, is an opening 10 feet across in the ceiling that is like 20 PDF pages above the room we were just in, so it took me a minute to scroll to. Leading into a shaft above that hallway. Directly below that, on the lower landing, is a very grisly heap of decaying body parts. And as you come around this corner, you are hit full on with the smell.
Ugh. So to be clear, there's a hole in the ceiling here,
Yep. And underneath it is a heaping pile of decaying, like, dismembered body parts.
Huh. They must have paid for the discount package.
Like without the tour guide. Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna just kind of look over the pile, seeing if there's anything relevant there.
With a perception.
Not getting any closer than I am now.
No, with a perception check of 7, no. You cannot from here make out anything interesting. It is a massive, rotting heap of meat and scraps of cloth and clothing.
Do they look? Are the corpses fresh? Do they look like they have clothing on them, or does this look like just a pile of bodies that have been here for a while?
It
The
looks like
Afterlife skydiving package.
it looks like a pile of bodies that, whether or not they have been in this particular place for a while, they have been dead for a while.
Okay.
Can I perception whether or not it looks like they died from fall damage or whether or not they died from
That would be a
something?
heal check, and you need to be a little bit closer for that.
Fine.
You should go
Fine.
touch it, Deke.
Dick, thank you very much. Gosh.
Dick, sorry.
It's like you don't even know me. It's like, oh God. How long have we been friends for? Jeez.
Like 20 minutes, maybe?
Yeah. Like 7 life or death.
A heal
encounters.
check requires you to actually, like, interact. You have to look them over.
Oh.
You have to go up to the heap if you want to make a heal check.
Well, can I tell whether they're like slightly thinner and more pancake-like than they were?
From 15 feet away, none of the body parts look particularly pancake-like, but it's difficult to be certain. It's also only like a 10-foot drop into the bottom of the shaft that you can see here, as like all the rest of these, or almost all the rest of these chambers, it's only 10 feet high.
Ah. Ah. Interesting. Okay.
Whole
Well, I
lot
guess
of,
I'll just go back over here.
Well, as you stand there, stroking your beard, contemplating the situation, one of the hands from the pile leaps forward, latching onto you. And
Whoa.
as you recoil from that, so too do 2 more.
Ah! Get it off! Get it off!
I
Ah!
need you guys to roll me some initiative.
I gotta aim my mace very carefully.
I have to aim a very large sword.
It's okay, Deke. We'll save you, or you'll die trying.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
I am just like so creeped out. I'm just not even.
I was already suspicious. I was a little ready for something.
All right, Persona, but here comes the pile of hands. All right, let me roll a couple here. Let me roll for Rena. In the surprise round, they all charge, because you can charge up to your move in the surprise round. And they are well within range of that. Hell, the player
Scurry.
character sheets are so different from my NPC sheets that I have to refine everything on Rena's sheet here. All right, so she is going to take the 22. It is good. And these little handy boys, getting real particularly grabby. They have, oh, just straight up +0. Cool, just roll 3d20s then. Add a hand. Add a hand. Give this halfling a hand. We'll go down the list here. We'll have a 1, a 3, and an 18. So, in the surprise round, all 3 of them rush forward, all charging. So, all of them taking the -2 to their AC in the following turn. But your AC, what is your flat-footed AC, Dick?
Let me see here. Flat-footed AC is 16.
16? Okay. The first hand rushes up and manages to connect, slamming into you. You take 2 damage. And what is your CMD?
CMD 13.
With a 13, this first hand, which as it connects, which would be the bottom right one, grabs onto you. Now, because they are so small, you are not considered to be grappled. Only the hand is. You don't actually take the penalty. But it shoots up, digs its claws into you, and latches onto your throat. You can't breathe and you can't speak. The second hand, also just kind of rushing forward. Let's say one of them rushes for Tim. We'll split these a little bit. The second hand, which would be the other one that is on Dick, does not manage to grab you. It's just in your square. And Tim, what is your flat-footed?
14.
The third hand connects with you, dealing 2 damage. And what's your CMD?
16.
But thanks to your armor, has a much more difficult time clawing in and grabbing on and managing to make anything of that. Now, these hands are climbing all over the two of you. They're sharing the same space with you, but you guys, there's no actual, like, mechanical penalty for attacking them, even though they're in the same space. Dick, since you can't breathe and can't talk, good news. Your spells are all potions, so it doesn't really affect you. You just can't say anything. Rena, seeing this horde of hands and the general bad time that's happening here, is going to expend one of her last castings of magic here. Reach around the corner with a Cure Light Wounds and restore 3 health to Dick.
Man.
These are not good heal rolls today. These are going what I would call poorly. And she's going to 5-foot step back. This hand is going to attempt to maintain its grapple. But as it is very tiny, even on the small halfling, it has difficulty doing so, and you're able to swat it off, so you're no longer being strangled. It failed to maintain the grapple with the +5. Tim.
Going to grab my holy symbol, look down at this scrap of flesh climbing up my body, hold it up, and say, Gorm, be done with these pests. And I'm going to channel to harm undead.
Yeah!
Channel some spicy negative energy here. So as this wave of energy blasts out of your holy symbol, what is the will save? Is 16? What is your will save? Hand? Okay. All 3 of them fail, so they all take 2 damage. It may be surprising, but the sentient disembodied hand does not have a fantastic will save. And anything else?
Nope.
All right, Dick.
So can I try and get these off me? Can I try and acrobatics out of hands kind of thing?
If you literally 5-foot step out of the square, you're good. They're not mechanically grappling you or anything. They're trying to. But you can literally just 5-foot step out of the square. And creatures that small can only attack things that are in the same tile as they are. So if you just 5-foot step, you get out of range of them.
Gotcha. Okay, well that sounds like a great plan to me, actually. I feel like I'm going to 5-foot. I guess can't do it around a corner. Okay, I'll 5-foot step there.
I'm not gonna say stairs impair you from taking a 5-foot step. They're designed to be gone up and down, so you can 5-foot step the stairs.
So if I have a crossbow in hand, I don't know. I can't shoot at a square next to me, can I?
You absolutely can. It just provokes, but these hands don't threaten outside their own square. So you could definitely just shoot the floor right in front of you.
Okay, definitely gonna shoot the floor.
Nice.
Okay.
Alright, I guess it doesn't really matter which one you're shooting at. Realistically, they're both missing 2 health.
Yeah. Is it one of them? One of the 2, I guess.
And with a 19, your crossbow bolt will pierce through, let's just say, the closest hand. They're identical mechanically in all senses, so let's just say the closest one for 5 damage. Yes, it does not have any sort of DR towards you or anything. I will say that's the one that managed to grab onto you.
Okay.
All right, Maverick.
Cool.
I'm assuming
Okay,
you're
so
just reloading,
is that
probably.
hand like none of these hands are actually like down, right?
No, they're all still scrambling and moving towards something. You can see the hand that had previously grabbed onto Dick is now faintly glowing and focusing exclusively on him. The same could be said of the hand that is trying to attach the Tierm to Tierm.
Gotcha.
The third
Okay,
hand
so-
is just moving towards the group.
So Dick has sort of gotten himself into a fairly inconvenient spot.
Think you can acrobatics past some hands, Flippy boy?
I could. I'm not very good at it, apparently, despite my elven heritage of living in crowded cities.
It's okay, we're learning none of these level 1 characters can roll dice at all today, based on all of the d6 rolls.
All right,
my
so,
attack rolls are nice at least.
That's true. The attack rolls have been good.
So I guess what I'll do is I'll go ahead and try to acrobatics my way to here.
That's not even acrobatics. You have to move. I guess actually you have to move through. You can move through Dick Square and then there, and you never move through a threatened area. They only threaten the square they're in.
So do I need to even make acrobatics to go
No,
go
you can
through?
literally just walk here. If you just go to Dick Square and then you go down to this square and then you go up to that one, you can just walk through completely uncontested.
Okay, perfect. Well,
They're
I'll
tiny
stop
hands.
here,
They don't have a 5-foot reach.
I'll stop here, and would I get flanking bonuses for this one?
Mechanically, no idea. I'm gonna say yes.
Works.
I mean, it's between us as far as I can tell.
figure it's in Tierm Square, so sure. I assume you'd be flanking it from any direction. I assume you'd be flanking it from here because it's in the same square as Tierm.
I love it. Let's wallop it.
All right, give me a smack. All right, so falling back
So
on the trusty whacking mace.
With my whacking mace and +2 for flanking if I get it.
You do in fact get it. So +2 for flanking. You're gonna once again bring your mace down, swatting this hand off of Tierm for 6 plus sneak attack damage. Which is absolutely enough to smash the thing, and it kind of rides almost like a spider. Fingers turned up as they curl in and the thing dies.
You broke
God,
some
that thing is
poor
so
undead's
creepy.
knuckles.
He broke his dumb little knuckles. This hand here is now going to try to jump on you, though. So
Can I attack opportunity?
You actually do, yeah. Well, it can 5-foot step, so no, it can 5-foot step over to attack you.
Ah,
So
I'm
what's your
guessing
AC?
it also has improved grapple.
oh, it might have improved. Well, no, because it still has to 5-foot step into my reach.
Yeah,
but
it still has to
it's
get on you. But
Yeah.
it's actually the grab special ability, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
It's
oh
part of
boy.
the.
Yeah,
What's your
the actual
AC?
grab
Like-
doesn't impose it. It would just be coming into my space.
Yeah, it will be moving through your threatened square technically, but it can 5-foot step in. What's your AC, Maverick?
16.
16. The hand is going to attempt to crawl up you successfully. You're going to You're going to take 2 damage, and as it starts to draw blood, you see it start to glow as well.
Oh yeah, I got myself a friend.
And what, comrade, is your CMD?
13.
And it does
13
manage
seems
to
weird.
successfully latch onto your throat. You can't breathe or talk. Rena,
Actually, that really should be higher. That should be
well, it got a 16.
Dex, right?
so
Dex plus base attack.
It should auto-calculate on your sheet, but yeah, it should
Dex
be.
plus BAB for you is just Dex.
Yeah, you don't have.
Yeah,
you
so
don't
I've got a
have
Dex of
attack.
18, so that should be a 4, not a 3.
It is actually super weird. It is pulling a 3 while the modifier is, yeah, that's definitely broken. It should be a 14. It still grapples you. I don't know why the sheet's calculating that wrong. That's weird. We've had some
Fair enough.
intermittent issues with the Roll20 Pathfinder sheets and occasionally them doing strange things. But he grapples you 13 or 14. It does 2 damage, starts going. Rena, gonna, with her crossbow reloaded, not feeling super confident in shooting one off of your throat, is gonna
That's a
go
little
ahead
risky.
and try to shoot the one that's just in between the two of you guys here, because that seems like a shot that has a great chance to go poorly. And with a 5, that is going to completely sail by, clattering off the far wall as it goes past.
She briefly takes aim at me while I mutely wave her off.
This hand is going to 5-foot step and jump back up on Dick. And it seems to be attacking more precisely now. Somehow gaining some profane knowledge from managing to have damaged you before and being able to mount an attack against you more effectively.
It's so crazy.
That said, you have 21 AC, so it is going to fail as you know you're not flat-footed anymore and are scrambling away, crossbow in hand, trying to stop the tiny hand from getting onto you. You don't find it terribly difficult. It's a little hand, and you're pretty fast. It's not super mobile. Tim.
I am going. Oh, this is hard. Do I cut it off of the halfling or do I cut it off of the elf?
Maverick is pointing at it and nodding.
Well, one of them is choking out Maverick. One of them is trying to slap Dick. The one that is trying to attack Dick is vastly more damaged, but you feel like with your massive freaking greatsword, it doesn't particularly matter to you which of these two is more damaged. If you hit it, it's
I'm
probably
gonna
gonna
try
die.
and kebab the one on my elf friend's throat.
Yes. Oh.
With an 8, you're being very cautious here not to decapitate your elf friend. And your sword
With
is going to...
flanking and grapple.
Still with flanking and grapple.
Grab me.
It's only functionally 12.
Ah.
But even with all of that, that's
We
still
don't
not
get
going to be
daily
enough.
rerolls on this one, do we?
I mean, do you really want to use it on that? But no, we didn't talk about that. All right. Anything else?
I will. No, I'll stay here. This is where I need to be.
Dick!
Okay, so this
You can
hand
once
is...
again just 5-foot step away. It's not attached to you.
Okay, but I can move and then still shoot, right?
If you move, it's going to provoke. Because it threatens the square that you're sharing with it.
But you can
Okay.
step
But if you
out.
5-foot step, it
Okay.
won't provoke, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I will, this thing is trying to slap the dick and that's just not okay. So I'm going to 5-foot step out. Shoot it.
Nobody slaps Dick, but Dick!
Dick is the one who's.
It's a dick slapping good time.
Dick is the one who slaps. Distracted by his own humor. This crossbow bolt is going to miss and clatter off of the ground next to this crawling hand. Maverick! You have a hand attached to your throat.
I kind of do, yeah. I've got
If you
some
turn
things.
around and kind of put it between you and Tim, it's flanking though.
All right, I'll take it. Let's do it. Cause I got me a bash and mace and I got me a slash and dagger. So let's go do this.
You just kind of turn around, put it between the two of you. You just sort of holding the great sword up. You kind of try to peel it off with your weapon.
All right. Here we go. Let's do it. Wallop.
And a wallop of a 15 is absolutely gonna be a successful wallop for 7 total damage, which is gonna you get your mace up and almost kind of peel this thing off your throat with your hand, and as it's caught on your mace, just slam it upside down into the tile where it ceases moving.
Whew. Offhand dual wield attack. I'll slash the dagger down at the hand that's chasing Deke.
Did you take the -2 penalty for dual wielding on the first swing?
It's -2 on your offhand, I thought.
It's -2 on. It's minus on both for dual wielding. Unless, hold on. Do you have improved 2-weapon fighting? Was that the feat you took at level 1?
No. I took I took 2-weapon fighting.
Oh yeah, that's it's just regular. Okay, yeah. If your first feat was 2-weapon fighting, it's -2 on each. That's fine then.
Okay,
We
in
know
that
for the
case,
future.
no,
Go
I
ahead
rolled a
and
+4, so
go
never
ahead
mind.
and take your second swing. Now you know. I'm not particularly concerned about the crawling hand battle.
I'll take it. Actually, I programmed the dual wield attack for one of the. Roll a d4 for it later. I missed anyway.
With the 7, that one's going to whiff regardless as your dagger swings by. Rena, just gonna take another shot at this thing. Don't really know what other option there really is here, so load up another crossbow bolt and fire. If we could stop this stupid injured hand. That's a 6, so no. No, she can't. It's incredibly difficult to hit this hand that is freaking out on the ground, chasing Dick up the stairs. She's gonna 5-foot step further away because she doesn't want to get touched by this hand. That thing was just, that hand was just grabbing Dick. She doesn't want it to touch her. That's gonna try once more to grab Dick. Still glowing, still imbued with this profane power. Still incapable of hitting 21 to AC, fortunately. Tim.
Oh, we're gonna step into a mighty thrust.
This is the pinnacle of level 1 combat.
5
Everyone
foot
misses
step.
everything.
And try and thrust my sword into this hand without hitting Dick.
All right, well, with 15 damage versus an undead, the things have 9 HP. What do you do?
Just pierce it.
That
Just happens that the sword is so large, it kind of rips it a lot.
Rips almost a seam through the center of the hand. We're going to have a recurring theme of splitting things in two, as you are a great sword wielder, and you kind of only do one thing with a great sword.
Cleave
And
big things in half.
Stops
Or
wiggling
hands.
and falls dead to the ground.
All right, Dick, you get slapped enough? You okay?
Yeah, that was like really unpleasant, and let's not play with like touching hands. I don't want to play that game.
All the party, I know you guys, if you're looking at stream, you technically can, but you can't see each other's health. That is a personal choice that I have. I know I can turn it on that you can, and I guess I will ask you what you prefer. I hide it for... originally it was for metagame reasons, but the more I think about it, I mean, you could pretty clearly see how injured your friends are. You can see, obviously, at this point, that Tierm is bloodied and probably limping a bit, and Dick and Maverick have taken a few hits and are a bit injured. So it's up to you guys. What do you think? Do you want to be able to see all each other's
I'm fine
parts?
seeing it for this.
Yeah, we can go ahead and see it. That's fine. Or we could just bug you for descriptions.
Well, usually it falls on the player who is injured to say what you look like and ask for healing if you want it, is what I try to promote here.
In this particular instance, with it being such a short thing, it doesn't, like...
You should all be able to see each other's health bars now.
Yeah, I don't think it's really a big deal for this.
What do you see? Is it just a bar? No, I believe you see the numbers, too.
I just see the
see a
bar,
bar.
which is fine.
Oh,
I
perfect.
don't
That's
mind.
actually fine. If you guys just see the bar, that's perfectly fine. You see a general gauge of how hurt they are. You can only see the numbers in your own bar?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
that's the default. All right, no, that's super cool. I'm definitely going to turn bars on then. It's because on my stream view thing here, because I technically have control of every token, I see the numbers on everything. But it's because they are all
boy.
technically my tokens.
Having the bars turned on is going to let the party see how close Nell comes to dying all the time.
I think I'll probably turn them on the 2 perception show, too, yeah. If it's just bars, it's a good gauge of how injured everyone looks. I think that's perfectly fine. That's perfect. Good on you, Roll20. Good design. All right, so with the hands slaughtered, back to being the disembodied hands that they thought they were, how we proceed?
I might want that potion now.
Yeah, I don't think we should go back over there. That area, general area with like disembodied parts, like imagine a leg coming after you or something.
I know, they could like kick us and stuff. Go, Tierm. Careful, they clearly watered it down for the first few that we tried.
Yeah,
think
hopefully
every
this one's a
potion-
little better.
Every potion you've drank from the Pharasman Cleric has been a 2 heal. I think it's been a nat 1 on all of them. And
Look at it!
They watered them all
they're
down!
definitely, that's why they gave them out for free. These are like,
That's just so
These are-
cheap. I don't even know why. They
These
probably
are-
didn't even plan on giving us 500.
they're cure miniature wounds potions. They took 1 cure light wounds potion and just diluted it with water into 5 bottles to hand out to you guys. They're like, I'm not, these things are expensive. I'm not investing in this for random mercenaries. Give them the crap ones. Every single one you got has been a heal of 2.
They're like, they'll probably get far enough in to clear out most of the stuff and then die, and we won't have to give them the $500.
It'll be
Oh.
glorious. Very, very. It's part of our new replaceable adventurer policy.
I'll show them replaceable when I start cutting Pharasman clerics in half.
Hey, I'll probably leave before that happens, so...
Yeah, I'm going out the nostril if that's our plan.
Okay, so, do we go forward here? Because,
Yep. I want to
the-
finish a loop in this place.
Okay. Oh, good plan. I will go back here.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Stick Zoidbergs to the back of the bus. Alrighty. So I will drag this then as we continue. You want to be in the front there, Maverick? Have this 2-man front line action going?
Yeah, that works.
Might as well.
Okay. So as you continue down this hallway here, I gotta check Maverick's line of sight. So a torch gives off 40 feet of light, and with
I'm
your
using the light spell.
it's the same as a torch. And with your low light vision, you see twice as far. So Maverick, I believe,
Oh, that's stuff.
there. You and you alone would see what appear to be upright skeletons. 80
Well,
feet
hold
down
up.
the path.
I see something down the corridor. Looks to be about 3 figures moving about. They look like skeletons.
Reckon you could hit one with a crossbow from here.
You probably could. Could I borrow one?
Yeah, you can borrow mine while I walk back the other way.
If you hand him your small crossbow, because it is difficult for him to hold properly, he takes, I think, a -4 to shooting, and it does less damage than Rita's crossbow. So I'm gonna have Rita just go ahead and hand him her people-sized crossbow, and you can keep your little midget crossbow for yourself. So
Can I assist the attack roll?
you absolutely can assist the attack roll. So basically, what we're gonna do, if Rita wants to hand her crossbow to Maverick, it's a simple weapon, you know proficiencies. You guys are going to roll initiative, and then you will get a surprise round because you see them and they don't see you.
Okie dokie.
Unfortunately,
And here's
the only one who can see them doesn't have knowledge, religion, or anything. Plus, they're like at the very edge of the darkness. You can just barely see shifting bones in the distance.
Here is my assist roll. That's an assist roll.
Well, if you're gonna
Yeah.
assist, you have to either beat him in initiative. Oh, you did beat him in initiative. Okay, fine. That's perfectly fine then. And let me roll. Ooh, got some initiative. Oh, she gets to roll again because that was terrible.
Kind of wish I had a sling.
She has a sling. She can hand you the sling instead. She has a sling and a crossbow. This is a T-range weapon she has. She can hand you whichever one you want. You guys
May
have all.
I have that sling?
She will absolutely give you the sling and keep the crossbow. Alrighty.
Attack ranged. Damage. Sling's a D4, right?
Sling is a D4, yes.
All right, that should be all I need for that.
And this is an 8,
And add +2 to your attack roll. when you
an
make it.
18, a 26, and a 25.
I don't get the sneak attack damage unless I'm closer.
You have to be within
unfortunately.
30 feet. Yeah, you won't get the sneak attack damage, but you will get the D4. So, for our surprise round here, as you can see slightly further than these dumb bone bags can, you start us off. Tierm assists
Assist
you.
him.
I have no idea realistically what he's doing to assist your attack roll because he can't be a spotter because he can't see them.
I'm the light source. I'm holding it up high.
There you go.
Yeah, he holds it. His assistance is he holds his great sword up and illuminates the tunnel a little better. Dick, do you want to do anything in the surprise round?
So I can move.
You can take one move or one standard action.
Okay, well I'll just move up a little bit because
Put
I have
it
short
somewhere
feet,
where
you
the
know.
tunnel wall shows up on
Stubby
screen here.
toes.
There we go.
Yeah, don't say anything about my feet.
Halflings have really big
Okay,
feet.
and then Maverick.
Alrighty, let's whip that sling stone down that hallway.
And with a oh, that was a good set right there. That's exactly what you're
Yes.
looking for. With a 14, you whip this stone down the hallway. And wow, that worked out friggin' perfectly. The range increment on a sling is 50. So you're in the second range increment, which means you have a -2 to that. So that's actually a 12.
And then my assist.
2 from Tierm.
And a 2 from Tierm is a 14, which is precisely the flat-footed AC of a skeleton.
Thanks for holding that
Which
sword up a
has
little bit higher.
Exactly 4 HP. So you sling it down the hall and shatter one of the walking piles of bones in the literal perfect storm of exact lethal.
Nice, got one.
Now, if I was super concerned about that landing, I would have cast True Strike on you.
Yeah,
don't
maybe
wait-
not. I probably
spell on
would cast
that.
that for a single skeleton, yeah. So,
I mean, it's my domain spell. What am I
Rena,
going to do
with her
it?
surprise round and not much else to do, is going to cast Virtue on Tyrm.
Oh,
Because
nice.
she can. So you get 1 temporary hit point. Thus ends the surprise round. Now, you will see a 4th skeleton, just Maverick, is the only one who sees far enough to see a 4th skeleton approach here. And he will move up, just kind of jostling down the hallway, his skull turning back and forth as he scans the hall. And as he gets here, he will stop, bow in hand, make his draw, and fire an arrow. 50-50 who it's at. 1, 2, 3, it's Tyrm. 4, 5, 6, it's Maverick. Gonna fire it at Maverick. What's your AC?
16.
Yeah, you're not flat-footed because you got a surprise round. You ready? I gotta scroll back down 27 pages because this place is kind of circular. They labeled it as well as they could. And roll. And that arrow is going to sail right on by. And all of you now, you haven't seen the skeletons yet, but you would hear in the distance a clattering of bones, and you would most certainly see the arrow sail past over your heads down the hallway.
In case you thought Maverick was just messing around with you.
The second skeletal archer will move up alongside him in the hall, and same thing. 1, 2, he couldn't see that shot. 4, it's at Maverick again. Losing a second arrow. And this one is going to be much more on target. Bows are times 3, right?
Yes.
He got a 19. I don't think that's a critical threat, not a bow.
No, they're 20 times 3.
Yeah, not on a draw bow. On a crossbow it would
crossbows.
be.
Yeah.
So you'll be stricken with this arrow. The second one flying forth in the darkness, catching. Oh, yeah, it says it right here. There's a little entry. Catching you in the shoulder for 6 damage. Catching you right in the center of the chest for 6 damage, nearly taking Maverick down. Maverick Dawn about to be Maverick down. Tyrm.
Terrible idea.
I'm going to tell everyone fall back, use the stairs as cover, get around the corner, and I'm going to hold my action, ready to cast light on the wall and back off.
Ooh, that's a good idea. So, are you going to hold your turn or ready in action?
I'm holding my turn. I'm just
Okay.
flavoring it.
All right, that's why I was asking because I wasn't positive. Dick.
Okay, that sounds like a great idea. I can't actually see anybody, so I am.
Yeah, only Maverick can see them with his low light.
I'm gonna go back around this corner here.
I gotta fall back. I know it is darker on that corner too, so like you have just the edge of the light from Rena, and the light spell she has glowing from probably her breastplate. And that's a move. Do you want to do anything else? You can ready to like shoot if you see them.
Okay, I can't do any like knowledges because I haven't seen them. But
You
if
haven't
they're
seen
just
them yet, right?
okay, off a description now.
All right. Maverick.
So Maverick's gonna whip another sling stone down the hall, and then he's going to leave and go back down that stairwell.
Sounds like a pretty good idea. Wind up the sling again. Fling a rock. With a 14. This time you do in fact have the -2 for the range increment penalty. The rock, while you're trying to make this retreat here, is a little off target and clatters across the floor.
All right, that's fine.
If you're throwing a rock down a hallway and you miss and it's just bouncing around, do you think it'd make that like pew sound that a rock makes?
Yeah,
when
you
it
probably would
spins?
hear the echoing, because you're in this 10-foot stone corridor. You would hear the echoing of this rock and the echoing of the bowstrings loosing as these skeletons fired as well. Rena also can't see them, so she is going to come back with a light spell, and she is just going to move around behind Dick, and I'm assuming you want to step in there.
Yes.
All right.
But you're gonna drop light in the hallway, though, right?
Yes.
Pretty good idea.
Yep.
So you are gonna cast that quick spell?
Yep. I'm gonna slap light directly to my side against the wall, and I am going to retreat. Oh God, what happened? I'm gonna retreat back around the corner. So there's now a light source where I was standing.
All right, so you're no longer projecting lights, but now here at the top of the stairs, I'm just gonna copy paste the torch here, because it does exactly. Oh, actually, this is a mini torch. I can make. Oh no, that's 40/20. That's right. I'll copy paste the torch there. That's exactly how it works. All right, and then. Gotta figure out exactly where the city is going, which I believe is there. Because they have to run forward until they see you. One of the skeletons would advance, and you would see another arrow fly forth from the darkness here. And Dick, you are at a 23 with your cover. So I'm just gonna go and roll this d20, and we're gonna see if it's literally a 20. No, he didn't hit you. This next archer will move up and do the same. Just roll another d20. These need nat 20s to hit you and cover on the corner here. And the final archer, yet again, loosing another arrow out towards Dick. None of those were 20s, so all three of these arrows will either clatter off the wall in front of you or behind you. But Dick,
We're probably gonna have to get a bit further into the hallway so that they approach within attacking range.
it did its job though. 3 of them shot didn't hit anything. Dick, it's your turn.
So
Wisdom.
I still can't see anything. So
You can like hold Alt to move your token a bit off, but no, the only you really can't see much of anything, I don't think.
okay, so can
Oh,
I?
you can just barely see one from here. Actually, the last one who fired, you could just barely see at the edge of your light.
Okay, so I will.
Okay, let me demonstrate this to stream real quick. That is what everyone else sees. You guys are seeing the light go twice as far because it's all. I'm seeing the shared vision of everybody, and Maverick has low light, but that's what Dick sees.
Okay, so I don't know if it would be like a disguise. Well, I guess it's actually good if they're shooting at me. I guess I could just be like the hooligan that shimmies across the floor.
You're sitting in cover, and they seem to be pretty incapable of hitting the small halfling that is downstairs behind a wall with a dexterity mutagen on. They're not even getting close.
I'm just gonna.
They're like hitting the wall up here and hitting the stairwell back here. They do not seem to be very skilled.
Okay, yeah.
So our plan is to run them out of arrows.
Yep.
Great idea. I'm gonna do like the Dick shimmy and just stay over here and take a target.
The Dick
Oh,
shimmy.
quick question.
It's just
With Dick's size and the stairwell in the way, could Dick not just sit down and be like completely out of sight?
It's a 45-degree slope. Quite possibly, yeah, if he got down. I'm trying to visualize it from them being 20 feet down the hall. Yeah, realistically, if he got down around the corner, he'd be completely out of line of sight below the crest of the frickin' stairs. Completely discounting this corner right here.
But then they'd probably be shooting at you, so.
I'm backing off. I'm not
Are
staying
you
right
doing
here.
anything, Dick?
No, I'm just gonna do the Dick shimmy.
All right, Maverick. I'll put you as holding, so if you want to step back in, you can. Maverick, barely conscious with this arrow in the center of his sternum,
Jesus, really uncomfortable.
who literally just gave his potion away like 1 minute ago.
Really could use a sip of that Gatorade right about now.
It was LaCroix.
What are you
Let's see.
doing?
Did I bring anything useful?
LaCroix, a hint of healing.
A hint of healing. You can do that. Actually, yeah. So what Maverick's going to do is Maverick is going to target this square. He's going to pull a bag of caltrops out of his pack and chuck them onto that square right there. I'm assuming Dick isn't actually on that.
No, he's not.
square.
He just moved out
Peeking
so
around
he
the
can
corner.
see out. So that square right there.
Right,
Wanna
yeah.
Toss some cow chips up on the top of the stairs.
Yep.
Okay.
Here.
Rena, I don't know if she's used her potion or not. It's not on her sheet. But
None of them are. I just wrote it down on a notepad file.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say she hasn't, and she's gonna draw a potion and hand it out to you. As she
thank you.
continues to wait there. And Tim.
I'm going to ask Dick, do you want me to leave the light on and wait for a response before moving farther down the hallway?
I mean, he can answer with a yes or no question on your turn.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you don't have to say wait for a response. You can say ask and just leave it, and Bryn can say something.
I'm waiting for the response IRL. I'm waiting for a yes or a no, Bryn.
Oh, I
From
can't.
Bryn.
Apparently, you do actually have to spell it out quite plainly.
No, I had it on mute.
Oh.
Well, I can't see if the light's off, but if you think that's a better idea, I feel like it's sure.
Quick
Sure.
answer.
Like,
Dick says sure.
Okay.
They can see in the dark, though. I don't see how that's any advantage.
You don't know that. You've been lit the whole time.
Yeah,
Have I?
Yes, we've
Yeah.
been in light the
You
entire
guys
time.
have had your own light sources. They're in the darkness. You're not.
Oh, that's a good point.
They can
weren't
see
they
you.
sweeping their vision? They were like sweeping.
You have knowledge religion, though, Dick. You might know.
Oh, I could kind of see one.
You can see
so-
one now. Roll me a
Oh,
knowledge
sorry.
religion check.
Okay,
Oh
Hey!
boy.
It's
I
a
am the most
skeleton.
religious.
It's a skeleton, and you get 3 questions.
Oh, cool. How do we kill them? No,
Damage typically
first-
functions pretty well. We need a more
Okay.
precise question than that one.
yeah. Do they have darkness vision?
Yes, skeletons do not actually require on sight. They can basically simply sense things within 60 feet of them,
Within 60 feet. Okay.
which is why they weren't alerted when you were approaching at first.
Oh, gotcha. Do caltrips work on skeletons? Because they got like bony feet.
What do caltrips do?
They
D3
do.
piercing.
Yeah, they do. So they do some piercing damage, but they also make you fall down. I might be thinking of ball bearings.
I think they have your movement.
They
Is what
have
it
your
is.
speed if you step on them, and they do piercing damage.
Okay. So
Okay, so it makes an attack roll. It deals 1 point of damage.
Oh, that's even worse.
Is it specified as piercing damage?
It is not. It's just a
Good.
point of damage.
So what it
So-
does really is 25% of their health.
Yeah, it'll actually fuck up their feet. It's actually not piercing damage. It's just damage. So yeah, it'll fuck their feet up if they step on them.
third question is, I guess, how far is their move speed?
30 feet. They can move as far. Well, they can move as far as whatever the creature originally was. These all look like medium-sized humanoid skeletons. So as far as a medium-sized humanoid, 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so upon hearing this information about skeletons, I will 5-foot step in full defense just in case.
Okay. The archers, I'm gonna say, since they're all pretty much acting on the same initiative now, as they're all one right after the other, are all going to slowly advance down the hallway. I'm just gonna roll 3d20s, see if any of them are 20s. Nope, none of them hit Dick. You're up.
Okay. I'm
And
going.
they're just advancing with a series of just continuing to draw and shoot more arrows.
I'm going to sit and. I don't think that's within. I'm gonna wait my turn because I can't decide.
Okay, Maverick. Yeah, if
I'm
you
gonna
can't come up
drink-
with something to do on your turn immediately, I encourage you to just hold, because around 6 seconds, you don't have 40 seconds to think about it.
Yeah.
So thank you. You're the first person to actually use that. I'm saying that's a good thing. You're doing good. All right, give me that D8 plus 1. LaCroix brand
Come
healing
on.
potion. Oh no!
Hey!
They accidentally slipped a real healing potion in the bag they gave you.
This is where they took the drop for all the other ones from.
Yeah, this was the source. They just took like an eyedropper of this one and put it in some water and all the rest of them. You got the one real healing potion as you
All the
are
rest
healed.
of you got homeopathic healing potion.
It's just a crystal. Rub it on your cheek until you feel better. You heal for 9, healing completely to full. All your wounds are gone.
Whew. All right, throw that arrow away. I'll stitch that closed later.
Do you want to move anywhere?
Let's see. No, actually, I'm gonna wait till they come around the corner, and then I'm gonna spring out on them.
Rena's pretty unclear on what to do, so she's also just gonna kind of sit. Tim.
Well, they're not as close as I thought they would be, so I'm gonna move 5-foot step up in full defense here.
All right.
And then I guess I'll fire an arrow, crossbow at them.
Okay, so then you will step in and you'll take a shot with your crossbow. And as they come into the light here and you can all see them, you can see each of these skeletons has a scimitar on their hip and an old ratted chainmail shirt protecting them. But take your shot, Dick. With an 11, that's going to sail through the middle of their numbers. 7-10 split, hitting nobody. All right, the archers are going to continue to advance. They are mindless, so they're just going to keep shooting at Dick. So I'm just going to make 3 more d20 rolls.
Everybody wants a piece of dick.
The definition of insanity.
None of those are natural 20s. So as they continue their slow advance, another fusillade of arrows clatters off of the walls and floor around you. Still, none of them, some have come close. Some are passing by near, but none of them connecting yet. Maverick.
Let's see. At this point, it's just sort of a waiting game. I'm just going to delay.
All right.
And wait around the corner.
Says Rena. Tim?
Same thing. Full defense.
I don't feel particularly panicked about. I mean, they would be a good choice for bombs, but I would like to save those. So I'm going to just shoot. Oh God, sorry. I'm going to shoot another crossbow.
Okay. Let's hold alt to reposition your token, by the way.
Okay.
Take the crossbow shot.
15.
With a 15, that one's going to clatter off their chainmail.
Okay.
And they are going to continue their exonerable advance, loosing 3 more arrows your direction.
We're waiting for mindless undead.
Oh!
Very close.
That hit
So close!
real close.
That one would have actually a glance off your chain shirt, whatever you're wearing, probably, because that one's definitely getting past your touch. They are there. That's the first arrow that's connected, but your armor deflects it. And if not your armor, the natural armor that is your post-mutagen skin. Maverick, you still all waiting?
Strongly considering pulling out a deck of cards and, like, maybe just wait for these guys to come around the corner.
Dick takes another shot.
Yep. I guess we'll
How many bolts you
hopefully
got, level 1 character?
hit them eventually. Ah! Look at that!
Hey!
A 21. Your bolt is finally going to land center as you dial it on the closest skeleton, wedge itself in his armor harmlessly between his ribs. It does no damage.
It's piercing.
You feel like your bolts are almost completely worthless against skeletons.
But look, guys, did you see that? I hit the guy.
We can't see much of anything.
Oh, I hit the guy.
I say
Well
as a
done,
volley
well
of
done.
arrows comes in.
Another series of arrows comes through as the skeletons just continue to fire. None of them's landing.
You know, if you pulled back, they might hurry up and get here a little quicker.
Oh. Okay, well, I could do that too. That could work, maybe because they wouldn't be shooting and stuff. Actually,
No, yeah, no, they'd get here a lot quicker.
yeah, you were very,
So does the party want to just... So, Maverick, waiting. Reno, waiting. Tim,
I'll 5-foot step in full defense.
Dick.
Okay, well, I guess I will stop the dick shimmy, and I will step back over here and kind of lean up against the wall.
And just going back as far.
Like, from right
With
there,
your
that's
small
where you
self.
were. You still have cover. You have to, like, leave those first top squares at the top of the stairs to get all the way out of the way.
What if I sit down?
Can't Dick just, like, pull his hat down over him and just...
You
See,
can. Do you
this
want
is
to
a
go
weird-
prone on the top of the stairs? Because you can go prone on the top of the stairs.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I could move to the back. I don't like this pit though. This pit is really iffy. But I guess I'll go.
What are you
over the
doing,
pit.
Dick? Run 6 seconds. You drop
Okay,
and you
fine.
fall back. All right, Dick moves back.
Fine.
The 3 archers now advance further into view, coming around this corner as they move forward exactly around the caltrops. As their formation just continues to move into view, this is where they would all end up. And from here, they're going to shower arrows across whoever happens to be in front of them, which is going to be 50-50 on 1, 2, 3, Rena, 4, 5, 6, Tim. All three of them into Rena now.
Oh boy.
As they come around the corner, firing at the closest target. Who I'd say, I'm going to say you guys have been sitting here total defensing, waiting for them to come. So that's going to put her at AC 21. So, 3d20s. And as they come around the corner, a couple of the arrows clatter across her armor, but most of them sail over your heads as they turn to aim down the stairs. Maverick.
All right, here we go. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and try to cut a hole open that Tierm can go walk into. Or actually, they've just got bows. Actually, I can literally just walk through them.
They can't. They don't threaten. You can just walk up to them.
I'm just gonna move up here and wallop them with a mace.
Give him the whack.
Give him the whacking.
And with on 11, now closed up in close quarters, the skeletons are actually relatively swift, and he's able to dip out of the way of that. It doesn't connect at all, not even with his armor.
He's dodgy.
He's quite a dodgy boy. They are archers. Rena gave you her sling and just has a crossbow. Not really, actually can't really do much of anything here.
Darn, I took her sling too.
Yeah, as I said, you got her sling. Like, she can't really do shit. She's gonna cast Virtue on Tierm. You get 1 temp HP, and she's gonna 5-foot step back.
Is it
Tierm.
back?
No, but it probably would have expired by now, and if not, it's refreshed.
Okay.
I think it's literally for a single round.
No, it's for
it might be
1 minute.
It's a minute. All right, well, duration refreshed.
Okay.
Because she doesn't actually have any other cantrip buffs she can put on you, so.
Well, I'm just gonna
Virtue
stomp my
refreshed.
way up the stairs to here. I'm gonna cleave myself a skeleton in half.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Explode me a skeleton, my good man. With a 20 to hit, you bring your sword overhead and bring it down for 14, 15 because it's undead, 10 because damage reduction, 10 definitely obliterates the skeleton.
I completely scattered him across the
that
room.
thing scatters literally, let the individual bones just go flying across this landing.
Bowling pins.
Dick.
Okay, so I'm going to take out my little side dagger and throw it. That's not. I don't think that's piercing damage. That's just. Yeah.
It's piercing or slashing,
Um,
so you can pick slashing.
oh, I will do slashing damage then. That sounds hopeful. Well, if I hit it.
All right, yeah, well, step 1. Use your ranged attack thing. The ranged attack on your character sheet will roll what you need for that.
Okay.
And with a 10, yeah, it's not what you're trained to do here. Throw it up the stairs, around the corner, your dagger just kind of rolls through the air and lands on the ground behind him.
Just distracting shot, don't worry. Just trying to,
The 2 remaining archers, no real, they're actually totally mindless. They're just gonna stand there and shoot twice. So it's gonna be 1 arrow, I'll just do 1 to each. 1 arrow towards Tierm,
16.
which is going to miss, and 1 arrow towards Maverick,
16.
which is also going to miss. Wow, these guys are terrible friggin' archers. Maverick, you're up.
They had 1 good opening shot, and that was it.
All right. Well, I'm very disappointed that my caltrops didn't do anything. That's terrible.
Because that
All
just
right.
happened to be the order they were coming down the hall, and then they're not going to walk up to you. They're shooting at you.
Scimitars are clearly just for show. Very disappointed. All right. So I'll. No, I can't move after a 5-foot step. And I don't want to block Tierm's movement.
Caltrops are actually just an active problem to the party right now.
You've
Yeah, my
already
caltrops are
blocked my
literally just
movement.
in the way now. I'm gonna
The
delay
original plan was to
until
fall
after
back down
Tierm
the hall
goes,
and
and
no one did it. Like,
I think Tierm has a better chance of smashing one open than I do and making
all
a
right,
space.
you're gonna
So
hold.
I'll delay after
Rena's
Tierm goes.
gonna cast Virtue on Dick. Have a temporary hit point. Tierm, you're up.
All right, we're gonna step over the rolled bones, and we're gonna take another swing.
It isn't move action because the dead body of a medium creature in a square makes it difficult terrain, but you only have
Yeah,
one attack,
I'm just
so it
moving.
literally doesn't matter. Okay. I'm just, for just to be clear, it's not actually a 5-foot step. And with an 18, you are going to, you are going to absolutely just scatter the second skeleton into
Pick
a
one, doesn't
pile
matter.
of assorted bones. Well, you, right or left?
Left.
All right, left skeleton gets obliterated.
All right.
You want to step in, Maverick?
So I'll just move around them.
Man, just move around. He has a bow in his hand. What's he gonna do? Under beast hand.
He's just gonna be sad. Yeah, exactly.
You're flanking. Give him the wapiti. You did not give him the wapiti. You
Too focused on those
you're
caltrops.
too upset about your caltrops.
I'm just so disappointed.
Dick. You and Reed are just kind of back here in the club. You can't do anything.
I'll walk over here and look intimidating on the other side of the caltrips.
Yes, that's right, you fiend. The skeleton is going to drop his bow, draw his scimitar, and as he pulls that out, I'm just gonna swing it at the guy. I don't know, 50-50
Laughing in
again.
his face.
He's friggin' mindless. He's 50-50. 1, 2, 3, 10, 4, 5, 6, Maverick. It's gonna be Tierm.
16.
16. All right, he's gonna give you
Watch
the
him crit and
slap.
kill me immediately.
Oh God.
Nope. He does not seem to be doing much better with the scimitar than he was with the bow. Tierm.
All right.
Tina's
You know what
pissed.
this is.
Oh my
no,
God.
that was almost
That's
a
a-
20 with a 20.
That's a crit. That's a 20 with a 19. That is 28 damage into the 4 HP skeleton.
Wait, no, that's higher. That's actually higher.
Every single bone was shattered.
I know it doesn't matter, but I have a thing for that. So that is 31 damage. Because Tunnel
So
Fighter
Maverick misses, and then it just explodes.
31.
into
It's 26 because damage reduction. You do 26 damage to the 4 HP skeleton. What do you do? Tierm again.
Oh, the first one gets smashed. The second one gets smashed. The third one, I get a little creative and I swing like a golf club and just scatter it across the wall. Just completely
You just send a
blowing
shower
bits.
of bones over Maverick.
Yep.
Maverick's just
Whack
like
it up
ducking
the
and
stairs,
covering.
Up the stairs
Got, like,
and down the hall. And they
waving coming at him.
shatter
it's
all the
like-
way down the hall.
Whew.
Well, low
That
light vision is actually better than dark vision there, because with dark vision, you're also 16, you see them at the same time they see you. But with low light, you see 80 with the torch, so you see the skeletons before you're within their vision range. They have a hard stop at 60, their detection range.
Good
If you're
work.
looking-
Good work.
If you're
All
looking
right,
to
putting light
animate
back
some
on my
silly
Mavericks
sword.
start sheepishly picking up his caltrops.
If you're looking to animate some silly shenanigans, Bryn, I think you hiding behind a corner, poking your head out, and just having a salvo of arrows flow by and come back. Yes, they're still there. Take a shot, then you're like, your head gets shot off, and you pull back and reload and stick your head out again, and a bunch more arrows just fly by. That's a pretty good animated moment, and then you hit him. Skeletons approach down the hall. A bolt
Yep,
just
those are
lodges him-
skeletons.
Bolt just lodges through his ribs and just kind of looks down. Just looks back up and just keeps walking and shooting the bow. They all stop for a second and just kind of look at the skeleton with a bolt stuck in his ribs. But they just continue doing what they were doing.
I'm gonna give Rana her sling back.
Rita will gladly take her sling back. So, the skeletons did, of course, bear arms and armor, and if any of you are interested in a bunch of broken crap, they do have it on them. Their gear is damaged to the point where it would be difficult to wield or less effective if you were to wear it as armor, but it exists. And
I'm perfectly happy with what I have.
and none of you have regular bows, so their arrows are... Well, I mean, their short bows are actually perfectly fine, Maverick. If you would like a short bow and... I don't know how many friggin' arrows they shot. As many arrows as you want, realistically. They had 60 between the 80 between the 4 of them. So a quiver of 20 arrows and a short bow, I'm pretty sure you're proficient in that.
Yeah, I'll pick it up. You never know.
80 arrows is probably going to put you over light encumbrance.
Well, I'm
That's
not.
like, you
Yeah.
just take 20.
Do
You
arrows
take-
weigh anything?
I think it's 1 pound for a quiver of 20 arrows.
I'll just take one.
Yeah, you can search them in the compendium and then just drag them onto your character sheet.
Yeah, doing it right now. You actually can't. The compendium drag actually doesn't work unless if you're popped out of a window, apparently.
Oh yeah, because it's a different window. It only works if you double tap on the top of the bar where it has your character name. If you have it as a regular window, it'll actually minimize it in Roll20 and turn it transparent.
Huh.
And that's I
look at
think
that.
way easier than doing pop-outs. But yeah, that's a thing.
I like that. I like this.
All right, so are we continuing down the Hall of Skeletons?
Sure. Sounds good to me.
So
Onward.
leaving a large pile of desecrated hands and scattered bones behind you from the various undead you have slain in this ridiculously long hall.
The hall
You-
formerly known as the Hall of Skeletons.
20
can-
arrows is actually 3 pounds if it matters.
Well, the compendium will calculate whatever it is. There's one more dead skeleton right here. I just deleted him because it was funny. The fourth dead skeleton would be back here. And as you reach this, are you casting light on yourself again, Tim?
Yes,
Let me give you
absolutely.
let me give you your light back.
The tactical use is past. It's time to be the bright boy again.
As you reach here, you would see a small alcove in the walls here, flanking either side of this hallway, where the skeletons had lain wait in ambush. And
Oh,
They-
hang on. I gotta be by Matt. I gotta be by Tyr where I can't see anything.
Yep, so we'll both be stepping up.
both of you have passed through. You just see a small little 5-foot alcove in either side. You would have barely seen it originally, Maverick, where the skeletons had been positioned, because the
Okay.
original encounter was this. So they're doing what you were trying to do. They would have been back here with a firing line and cover. Unfortunately, they're just kind of standing there, and they're not intelligent enough to realize there's a plan beyond that's their engagement. So that worked out for you.
Gotcha.
So continuing down the hallway.
Tactical team saving the day.
Continuing down the hallway, it comes to a right angle. Bending
I'm just gonna
away
step up to it.
to the right. Like I assumed you would. I was just gonna reposition the little block here. Bending away to the right and to another fairly large double door.
Educated guess says this takes us back to the main room, or at least.
I feel like we're too far away. There's probably more junk in between us and them.
Well, I'm sure, but I'm also sure this will get us back at least.
Oh yeah, eventually. Sure.
Well, I'm gonna go on ahead, step up, and open up the door.
As you creak
Yeah,
open.
okay,
this-
yeah, sure, by all means.
As you creak
walk
open
out.
the massive, actually these ones aren't quite as large. These are smaller stone double doors, thinner and lighter. They swing inward into a room draped all around its exterior with, they are red on the map, blame the Paizo artist, not me, heavy black curtains. All you had to do was draw a black line instead of a red line, Paizo artist. But heavy black curtains draping the walls of this chamber, and a very thick layer of dust across the floor. Most of the catacombs have been largely untouched, but it looks like nobody has passed through this room in decades, if not centuries.
Huh.
I think they know something we don't.
Well,
General looking around the room.
And looking around the room with a 9 on perception, you would notice that the western set of doors is featureless. No any handle or even an area to pull or push it open, save for a single insert in between the two doors, a strangely shaped depression, almost geometric with some rounded bits.
I'll take a look around too. If no one's been in here, it's possible the area might be trapped. I'll just try to be careful as I move around, try to spot things.
I'm gonna detect
so
magic.
I
room while
assume
it
you're
goes
always
up.
taking 10 while you're walking around on perception. So you, Maverick, are always getting at least a 14, just passively.
Okay.
But obviously, you could definitely roll perception to look around the room higher than that. But you won't like stumble into anything with a DC of 14 or lower. 15 for
Okay.
traps because you have a +1 for traps, which is the DC for low-level traps generally. So that works out for you. While you go in to look, the Tyrm casts a detect magic spell.
He's kind of
Wave.
slowly tracing it around the room.
Like a movable, like on a pole or anything, or are they just like on the wall? Like, can they
I'm gonna
slide?
say they're bolted to a. I'm gonna say they're basically riveted to the top of the wall itself, and they're not mounted on any kind of a pole or anything.
Okay, so it's not
But
like
they are a bunch. They look like a bunch of sets of like 5-foot curtains hung side by side. So like pretty much anywhere along the wall, you can part them and see the wall behind it. But they're just nothing for them to slide on. There's no like curtain rod.
If I were to aim a crossbow at the fabric that's on the wall nearest to us, like at an angle, and it would catch the fabric and maybe draw back the curtain.
It's against the wall. You'd have to like go up to it, push it out with your crossbow, and shoot it out further.
Oh, okay.
Because the crossbow's like an object. They're basically hanging against the wall. They're riveted to the wall at the top of the chamber, and then just hanging against the wall.
Oh, it's like your green screen.
Basically, exactly like my green screen. Yeah, except they're only attached to the top. Like you can
like
see.
curtain.
Oh no, you can see right here at the very edge in front of you that it is up against the wall. Maverick, did you want to roll perception and look at?
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. So looking at the curtains, I guess, are they like sealing off any kind of alcove or anything, or are they just sort of like against the wall, maybe as like a tapestry, or maybe hiding like art or decorations on the wall or something?
Looking through, it appears to just be plain blank wall behind them, the same stone that makes up most of the ossuary's rooms.
Huh. Are we leaving like noticeable footprints as we move through the dust here?
Definitely, it is. It's like a full, almost inch of thick dust on the ground. This is the buildup of eons, and as you step, not only leaving footprints, you're disturbing it, and it eddies through the air in clouds behind your feet.
Allergies, man.
Yeah, my voice is already scratchy enough from that stupid plague zombie.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Mr. A bunch of charisma drain. I forgot that you had that.
I'm talking like Batman, basically. I'm like,
You have -4 charisma from Fat Boy.
Okay, well, I don't know. Do we just like walk through this thing and?
Well,
Well, let me check the back
Detect
door
magic did
one
not
more
pick up
time.
anything, no.
I'll just see if does this look like this door is locked at all, or is it just sort of like no one ever expected
It's
to
just
open
two
it from
panels
the
of
side?
stone with a seam between them. No handles or indications of movement other than that strange depression on the seam between the two doors. Pushing on it, they do not budge at all. Zero movement. It's just like pushing on a wall.
Huh. It looks like there's some kind of key to open it, or it's only openable from the other side.
And actually, I guess it doesn't say it, but I would actually assume that this door would have like a minor aura of, let's go with abjuration on it.
I could try to jimmy it open.
There's nothing for you to pick. The depression doesn't
Yeah.
have like a hole or anything leading to a mechanism. There's nothing more than just the seam between the two stone doors.
And is there any hinges on this side?
Not visible. There's nothing. There's no device for you to disable here.
Yeah, it may be that these part and actually slide into the wall like a pocket door then.
Or it could just be a wall painted like a door, and then we can just go back the other way. Go around.
It's possible.
I'm down for that.
Okay, great. Okay.
Oh, well, let me gather the troops here into the troop gathered nuggets. Not finding much of anything there in that particular doorway. I'll bring you back to the skeleton town. And which way did you want to go? Past the meat pile under the hole, or like back still?
I'm not going under the meat pile.
Right, fair enough. So we're going to continue to where the last fork was, which is going to be back past the monolith, past the pit.
I think, yeah, we go all the way back.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like literally we have to go all the way back around.
You
Unless we
over
open
a
that
journey
door.
of minutes, make your way almost literally back to halfway to where you'd begun, to just past the strange stone library where you'd fought the flame-throwing rune. Because the last door you didn't go through was this one here with the Sihedron sigil inscribed on it.
Now, see, this is why I wanted to go back and mess with the statue.
The last regular intersection is just south of you. You haven't been right at that fork. You haven't been east there.
If you get to mess with the statue, I get to mess with the obelisk.
That's
But
perfectly fine.
But you're the one messing with it.
Yeah, you can mess with it all you want.
yeah, but you guys don't know how to use bombs, and what would I mean be useless? You need me here, so I feel like. Okay, what's in front of this door?
Looking at this door again, just to recap, it's emblazoned with that 7-pointed star I popped up, but otherwise it is a fairly featureless, heavy stone door.
Well, I could check it out. Is it locked or trapped, or does it look like it just opens freely?
It is definitely sealed, but as per the other strange door to the south, does not have anything mechanical for you to mess with.
I vote we go mess with the statue, and possibly that'll open up this.
That's
What if I?
the statue all the way back at the beginning, or is there a statue by this?
No, the one back at the beginning. The one with this for a face.
No, far away. I have short legs. Do you know how hard it is to get around this place?
I will carry you if I must.
Eh. Okay, can I just use a use magical device, or do I have to have something in it first?
Use magic device, you had to be trained. The highest you can ever get is a 10. Anything with an asterisk, you basically can't use without having a rank in it.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so we can't actually do anything to store anyways, so...
Yeah, your Arcana check before identified the Sihedron rune, but no way that it's useful.
Okay, well,
So
I mean...
back to the beginning.
Feels like the obelisk is cool, I guess we can just leave it.
Alright, so there were
can come
literally
back
no
here.
forks in the path prior. Where do you go from this intersection here?
Well, we never explored down this way. This could be a direction forward.
There are a couple doors here.
Yeah, you can
Doors or
see
statue?
a large, heavy double door to your left, 2 doors to your right, and a hallway that extends off beyond that into the darkness with at least one fork that Maverick, but nobody else could see.
Okay, well, what about these double doors? How do you guys feel about this? Like another fire lady or something to that extent?
I'm just gonna look at the doors and I don't see anything out of the ordinary, I would imagine.
No, you don't see anything there. Which one is
Yeah,
this?
they just look like more crypt doors. We can go ahead and check them, though.
Yep, it is a fairly large double door. And you want to move in, put yourselves where you want to be.
Yep, that's like a great place. I like this place right here.
And Tim's opening the door.
Yep.
You open the door back into the oval library where you had fought the flamethrowing rune.
Close it, close
Let's,
it, close it.
Yep. Immediately closing
Yes,
it.
right. Okay.
You
Quite.
close the door into the strange oval library where you had fought the fire-breathing room. Right, that's this room.
Are you satisfied? Can we go mess with the statue now?
What about these doors over here?
Those are not important doors.
Well, how do you know this statue is important? What do you know? Are you do you know some out of worldly knowledge or something about that statue or something? What the heck?
I know that the statue has the face of that door. They share
You
a
have
symbol.
the head of that statue is the same symbol as the one on the northwestern door.
I don't know. I kind of feel like that statue is really just more of sort of like a guardian of the area in general. Because don't forget, this entire area was that same theme.
And what if it's actually a protector of this area? And
Then
it-
it's
then
done a
it'd be-
crap job.
It would be fantastic to have it possibly help us protect it.
okay. Well,
We've already seen a few magical things around here try and kill us.
we want to clear this area first and then go back, in case we don't have to. In case each section of the thing is separated. Because I have short legs, I don't want to walk all the way around again.
I will open this door.
Alright, Tierm is going to...
Mid-sentence, just opening the door.
Tierm is going to open the southern door here, which leads into an interestingly shaped chamber, and you have to hold it open. The door will shut automatically if you stop holding it open, but it wasn't locked or anything. This room has a very smooth, almost glossy floor, and as does the ceiling. The curved walls of the room are almost faintly silvered, built with a material not just hewed from the stone like most of this catacomb, but something as smooth and flawless as glass. You can see your reflections even from here in the flickering torchlight, or the glowing magic light, rather, on the back of the room.
So
I'm gonna let that door close.
Oh.
Going to.
Well, is
Okay.
there anything in it, or is it just an empty glass room?
Nothing apparent. It looked to be very barren. With how smooth and glossy everything was, it looks emptier than most rooms.
Huh.
And then I will proceed to trade spaces with Rihanna and open this door.
Oddly enough, the exact same thing.
I'm going to immediately let that door close before it's even all the way open.
You just peek it. Nope. Just let the door close. Again, it does swing shut on its own.
Well, actually, here I have an idea. Tyrim, go back and open the southern door, and I'll open this top door, and let's see what happens when the light moves between them.
We're gonna die.
What if I throw a rock in one and it comes out the other?
Gonna open up the door.
You two open the pair of doors here, leading into these literally mirrored, reflected round chambers. They're not whole mirrors. They're just they have a very glossy sheen, like they've been polished. So you don't get that like infinite looking down the two mirrors facing each other hallway effect or anything. But from the shining light from Tyrim's greatsword is enough to see reflected back and forth a few times before it fades out. Other than that, though, there's nothing of particular interest.
Well, it was interesting enough.
Okay. Lame. I guess we move on then.
Yep.
You let both doors close, I suppose?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
No more business with the weird doors.
Leave the spooky rooms.
Not about to go in and let the door close behind us. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's something that absolutely nobody is interested in doing, I'm sure. So you regain your marching orders here and continue further down the eastern hall until it forks. One path continuing to lead forward, seemingly to a bend to the right up ahead, as well as a door directly in front of you, and a hallway branching off to your right, leading to another set of large stone double doors.
Hmm.
Oh, good adventure always goes left.
Okay.
What? I thought we always went right.
Nope, left it is. Gonna start walking.
Just gonna continue down this way.
Yep.
All right, well, the party continues, and as you round this corner, you would immediately see a small chapel decorated with large carvings of religious ceremonies, priests handing down judgments, stone benches lined up before a podium, and what appears to be a head with bat wings roosting in the crook of one of the carvings along the side. And as you come into its view, it spreads its wings, screeching and flapping forwards towards you. Nice. Some initiative. Weird flappy bat monster.
Weird flappy bat.
Alright, initiative 1. Just go ahead and keep that one, save myself the time.
Oh, you can always roll a 20.
That should be one higher, which is almost positive to be irrelevant. Alright, this is a... do you have the stats in here? Okay, guys, got the stats in here. I was like, don't make me do like 3 templates in my head, please. Okay. Oh yeah, this thing is not. It doesn't matter. This thing. Guess it's not getting a turn. Hint, it's you. All right. So Rena.
Let's get it.
Reacting first to this thing coming out, seeming quite aggressive, screeching and flapping to move itself towards you as quickly as it can. Migrate this and this, like so. There we go. I'll find a good place to put this on my green screen. Rena is, as you can see it from where she is, she's gonna shoot the crossbow. Same thing we do every day, Pinky. What's the flat-footed on this dumb little floaty head thing? Probably not 9. Dick.
I am going to, I guess, weave my way through the guys in front of me because I can actually see what's going on here. These tall people are really blocking the way. And then I guess I will also try and shoot it.
Okay. Give me a moment because.
Sorry.
Okay, well, 12 probably. Okay, there it is. It's like I actually do have to Google at least one of these templates because it just has a special ability that just has the name. I'm like, God damn it, Paizo, just tell me what it does. With a crossbow shot and a 12 against this thing's flat-footed, that will connect.
Does it have low light concealment chance?
Sure does. Roll me a D100. I actually think that's the first time it's come up in this adventure, miraculously.
Okay.
Everything wants to touch us.
Yeah, it's outside the 20 range of your torch. So if you get below a 20 on this, which you did, since it's in the dim light, I forgot about that on a sling. It would have applied on the sling for Maverick's first shot, but only a 20% chance it would have mattered, and I couldn't have let that perfect storm of hit rolls and damage rolls go on. And honestly, I totally forgot this was a roll. You can't make it out perfectly, so it just has a missed chance of you shooting almost in the edge of darkness. Tim!
Can I charge past these pews?
Sure. They're small and you can charge down the edge of the room.
Absolutely charging.
Charge
and we
the
are
thing!
Destructive smiting.
Explode the tiny flaphead with a 15.
Which is a 17.
Which is
'cause I
a
charged.
17 because you charged. That will connect, and how much damage do you actually do? Is it
16.
What is the 2 from?
1 from destructive smite, 1 because it's undead.
Oh, I figured you had an extra attack thingy for destructive smite. All right, so you smash it for 16 damage.
I'm just clicking greatsword in my
Fair enough.
Maverick.
Quite a meaty hit, but surprisingly, only enough to rend the thing and spray its blood across the back of the room. Not enough to bring it down. Maverick.
All right.
Party little flap skull boy.
Flapskull boy. All right, so I need to get up there.
Does look very desperately injured by the strike of 16. I'd be worried, but the first level party of 16 wasn't close to killing it.
So because Tyrm's engaged with it, even if I have a clear shot at it, it's still -4 to hit because he's engaged.
Correct, because he's in melee. And from this angle, it'd also be a -2 because Tyrm's providing him soft cover. So he'd have a minus. Well, it's technically +2 to his AC, but that's functioning.
Right. Well, I could move over to here, but
if
it
you moved
still
over to
would.
there and shot, you'd still have the firing into melee penalty.
Yeah, exactly.
We've always had a house rule that if you miss by 10 or more, when you're firing into melee, you make the attack roll again against another random target in the melee. You have to miss by 10 or more, but
Technically not my problem, but
it's very much not your problem.
But no, I've been fighting shoulder to shoulder with Tyrm this whole time. No sense just because I picked up a skelly bow that I should go and start breaking tradition.
You'd also have to draw the bow, unless you're walking around. I'm assuming you're walking around with your melee weapons in your hand.
Yeah.
You don't have a bat, so you'd have to draw.
I'll
the
move
bow
out to
as a
here.
direction. Okay. Yeah, the pews are like small, like they're stone foot height benches. It's not even difficult terrain. Like you can just walk right over them.
Okay, cool. Well, I could just charge right behind Tyrm and just skirt to the side to get around it.
I'm not gonna let you charge over the middle of all of them, but they're not difficult terrain. You can definitely walk up there and whack it with your mace or your sword. Take your pick. It's a flappy zombie head.
I'll walk up and wallop. That's fine.
And with your walk up and wall up with a 13 against, once again, it's flat-footed because this poor idiot rolled a 7 on initiative.
Woo! I'll take my extra point.
What do you do?
Tyrm charges up with this massive greatsword. The force of Tyrm's blow actually drives it into the ground, and it kind of bounces like a kickball off the floor, off the wall, and back in front of Tyrm. And as it comes back up, Maverick basically runs behind Tyrm, tips up off one of the benches, and just smashes it down with the mace. Except this time the structure just gives, and it squelches like an overripe watermelon against the floor.
Yep, and it's dead. So down goes the big flappy head beast. That definitely did not get any kind of an opportunity.
Maverick just takes his mace and just tinks it against Tyrm's great sword. And a little
touching tips. A good pastime.
So looking around this chamber here, Dick, why don't you make me a knowledge religion? Only person who came into a religious crypt with knowledge religion.
Okay.
I'm surprised anyone did, honestly.
14.
With
Oh, come on, you have to tell us about
okay,
this
no,
thing.
no, I understand why. Looking around, you get like a vague sense of recognition. This doesn't seem to be the Thessalonian theme. The carvings and religious idolatry along the walls is not part of the Thessalonian 7 schools of sin magic. It's something else. It's vaguely reminiscent to you, but you can't quite place what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Something or other. Probably not important. Don't worry about
What
it.
happened? Oh. What happened
I'm gonna
to Dick
pick up
pretending he knows
the-
everything? That was hilarious.
I'm gonna pick up the ravaged head, bring it over to Dick, and ask him if he knows what this is.
Guess while he's doing that, I'll check the pulpit out to see if there's anything interesting about it.
Looking through, it's a solid structure with no inserts anywhere to hold books or anything interesting. The room seems quite barren. So, Dick, why don't you give me either or both of a knowledge undead or a knowledge planes?
I don't think I have a knowledge undead.
Knowledge religion.
Knowledge religion, sorry. Knowledge religion or knowledge planes.
Well, I guess
Knowledge planes 18, and then give me the knowledge religion. Knowledge
7.
religion 7. So, you identify, although this thing looks very undead and zombified, this creature here is an outsider of some kind. This floating head thing is not a native of the material plane, but it's not terribly uncommon for them to appear here. This one, however, is a zombified version. You were beyond being able to tell how that would affect or change whatever abilities it may have had. But it is now very much an undead.
Huh. Really weird stuff going on around here, you guys. Like, really weird.
That's what we're being paid to figure out, isn't it?
Fair enough. Is there a maybe a secret door behind the pulpit, maybe leading to a vestibule or something?
You can make me a perception check.
Let's check it.
Or if you feel like if you're really confident there might be something there, you can take 20, but that's like a minute or 2 minutes of searching the wall there.
Tyrm's a bit impatient. I'll try to be quick about it.
So with a 9, no, nothing you can see stands out from the back wall here. Just a massive carving of a cloaked figure with 2 hands outstretched, one upward facing with some kind of energy with faces on it leaving from the figure's hand, the other downward facing above what appears to be an infant child, perhaps even younger, perhaps a fetus.
Huh.
What are you doing over there in the dark?
The dark?
It's not that dark to him, yeah.
I guess it's dark to you.
It's dark to all of us.
Sometimes they put they put like a closet or a room off the side back here by the pulpit, but I don't see anything.
If there's nothing there, come on, we got a door to open.
Fair enough. That'd be this one over here, right?
Next door, that would be that one over there indeed.
Booting this one open.
All right, and as you kick it, your mighty foot slams pretty solidly into what is either a locked or a barricaded door. You can make a strength check to boot it open, like for serious.
Do you want me to take a peek at that?
We are booting this door.
No, he booted it open. Nah, he definitely just booted that thing the fuck open. You boot the shit out of that. And as you kick that door open, you hear a surprised yelp from inside from a creature that would realistically be probably near the middle of the room, who immediately tries to start casting a spell. So roll. You definitely roll me some initiative there, assuming that you're not going to just let this unknown creature cast a spell, whatever it may be.
Gotcha.
I would like to imagine that the laugh I did is exactly what Tyrm did when he kicked it open.
Yeah, with that strength check, you definitely did just absolutely boot the fuck out of that door. That thing had no chance. That door was gone. It was barricaded. You would hear a board explode into splinters behind it as you kicked it. Like, alrighty, Reina. Roll some initiative. Weak. Roll some initiative. Better. That's one of the most powerful level 1 abilities I think I've ever seen. Just straight up roll twice, take best on initiative. That's so good.
Well, I mean, also keep in mind this is combat.
Ooh. Boy, got a nat 20 though.
Ooh.
Unfortunately.
Might get that spell off then.
Yeah, as he's definitely gonna get the spell off. As he finishes his casting, before any of you can react, the room
Color
is...
spray! My only weakness!
Fortunately, not color spray, because color spray is literally the worst thing that exists. But no, the room is plunged into darkness. So, let's do this here. This is definitely a thing that I can replicate in Roll20 quite easily. The mighty power of dynamic lighting. Now I'm going to give each of you a tiny bit of light you can see of yourself and perhaps the person next to you, but it is completely pitch black. You can see nothing. Your magical lights are immediately extinguished by the power of this spell. You only got a very brief glimpse of whatever this creature was, and you can hear him moving about in the room in front of you. Maverick.
Well, that's slightly disconcerting. Okay, so let's try the caltrop trick again. Maybe he'll fall for it. So I'm going to drop caltrops there.
Okay. The square directly in front of Tim.
I can't see it. It's
Just
black.
through the door.
Yeah, there's
Right
a
there.
door. The door's kind of between two slots, so you want to drop them to your right or to Tim's right?
Was I in front of the open door before
You're both
everything
kind
went
of.
black?
The door's like on the line between two squares, so you're both kind
Okay.
of in front of the door.
All right, fair. So I guess I'll drop it in front of where I remember Tyrm to be.
Okay. And I'll put down
And
a concept marker.
then I'm going to, and I'll try to cover the sound of the caltrops dropping down by saying, "Quick, back down the hallway and get the light back on." And I'm going to move back here.
Okay. Do a couple of things here. Trying to figure out how best to represent this easily. All right, you move back. As you move back, you once again can see the. I'm just gonna put it on you for now for reference. You can see the light coming from Marina, still glowing from her chest plate, perfectly fine. But you can see that immediately past her, there's almost like a wall of darkness.
You could probably do a circle in the dynamic lighting layer.
Yeah, but then I have to do that. Gets really, really awkward.
Yeah, no, I've had to deal with that.
I'll do.
I had to, like make like a grid so that I boxed in the individual boxes. It was a pain in the butt. So
That is
I
actually, yeah, I suppose like, but it's only hard because then I have to move it every time this guy moves. But that's all right. I can actually do that. It shouldn't be too terrible. Let's do that. There you go.
There we go.
Got him. All right, Rena, her crossbow already drawn, is going to back up and ready to attack to shoot anything clearly hostile that comes out of the darkness there. Dick.
I hear the feet running this way, and I feel like that's a great idea.
You don't hear feet running this way. Whatever it is, it doesn't seem like it's in a hurry to come out of the room. But you would definitely hear Maverick and Rena running away.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds a great idea. I feel like I should also do that. So I am going to run, generally
As soon as
until
you move exactly that far, you can see again.
Cool. And then can I don't want to be right next to the dark cloud of death.
Yeah, I mean, you're in a move action. You can, like, move as far as you want. I'm just turning the light on because you can see once you get to there.
Oh,
you can see the
okay.
light radiating from Rena.
I'm going to go back here and can I... How much of a turn is it to do, like, a stealth kind of thing?
There's a
Is that
move
like...
action, but you have nowhere to hide. You're in the middle of a hallway.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He needs something to hide behind. You can't just,
Gotcha.
like, crouch and put your hands over your head like, I'm stealthing. You
Gotcha. Okay.
Cardboard box.
So is
Well,
that all?
I will ready to shoot anything that comes out of the mist besides, allies.
Okay, fair enough. Tim.
The last ally.
So when I kicked open the door, I heard a yelp.
You heard a yelp and then a quick spell cast before you could really catch a glimpse of what it was inside, and now you're in darkness.
All right. Can I sense mode of the yelp to see if this is just an absolute coward?
Sure. Do you smell a bitch? You absolutely smell a bitch with a 22. You smell ultimate levels of bitch happening in this room. His immediate action was to cast darkness.
Yep.
Come on. Like,
I'm gonna yell into the room, "Look, you asshole! We're just trying to go through. If you can talk, let us pass. We're not here for you."
make me an intimidate check? Question mark. With a 9.
It's the truth. I mean,
That's
intimidating
fair.
or not, it is the
Yeah,
truth.
that's a move action. Do you want to do anything else?
Nah.
You're gonna stand there and wait.
Yep.
Alrighty. All of the rest of you will see this ring of darkness inch closer as this
lovely.
creature steps up to attack Tyrm. What is your flat-footed AC, because you can't see him?
14.
And he is going to lash out, and you would feel a blade graze across your armor, jingling the chainmail, but not cutting any deeper. Let me see. You would hear what sounds like a, well, relatively panicked voice. You smelled a bitch. You have no fucking idea what he's saying. Maverick. None of you speak this language, I promise you.
Well, watching the little circle of darkness get closer was certainly disconcerting. So when firing a ranged weapon down a darkened, I guess...
You have to pick a square.
I have to
You have to pick a
specific
You have
square in
to
a
square.
ping
black area that you
blindly in
can't
the
see.
darkness, and if it's on him, then you ping a square, you roll your attack, ping a square, roll a d100. If your attack hit, your d100 was over 50, and you pinged the right square, it hits.
That's awesome.
Pathfinder blind firing is incredibly difficult.
All right, well, seeing it move and remembering where I put the caltrops,
Yeah, oh, there you go. Point to the square you want to aim at with the arrow. That's a good idea.
I think he's there.
All right, right there. Roll me an attack
Right
roll,
there.
and then roll me a d100. So do your attack normally, I guess.
Yeah, so shoot a short bow out.
All right, and you got a 9, and then roll me a d100.
Kind of you to let me continue to roll it anyway. I don't... Oh, it's not in the... Oh, there it is.
All right, so you know with a 53, if that was the right square, then you didn't miss because of darkness, but you either didn't get his AC or weren't aiming at the right square.
Okay.
That's why I do all of them, because like you don't know what step fails. Because
Sounds
if
good.
if that's below a 50, I mean, you'd be pretty confident I probably didn't hit him. But if you're below a 50, you just miss. You don't know if you made the AC. You don't know if you're in the right square. You don't know why you're missing. You're firing blindly into the darkness.
Right.
Rena, It's gonna continue to hold her crossbow up in case something visible comes out, and it's gonna 5 foot step slowly, slightly back away from the darkness. Not really sure how to handle this yet again. Dick.
Do you think this thing only does like magical light? Like, can I just get my torch out and just like walk through this, or?
I don't know.
Well, no, I was talking to Maverick.
It doused Tyrm's light, so I don't think it would work unless you had some kind of magic to
You can
overpower.
have a quick exchange on a turn, because like 6 seconds you can ask a quick question and give a quick answer. We can't like discuss the specifics of darkness magic.
Can I use my turn? Okay. Well, actually,
If you want to use your turn to talk to him, yeah, you can talk a bit more. If you want to like use actions for it.
Okay. Can I use my turn to do that?
Sure. Then yeah, keep going. Sorry, you guys could.
But
the
his
exchange
sword
line
is
or
magic,
two.
isn't it? So didn't everything that got extinguished, wasn't that magic?
It's not really my area of expertise, I'm afraid.
Oh.
All right, Tim. Something is swiping at you. Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
You would hear your party
So-
conversing about 30 feet behind you.
And they would hear me laugh as I cast True Strike on myself.
You're locked in here with me.
I don't need to see. What is it? I need no eyes. My weapon sees for me.
Yes.
And so, with some magic, this energy fills your blade. And that's kind of it, right? That's a standard action, so you're just getting ready to destroy a nerd next round.
Boy, you gonna get it so bad.
Yep. Just hyping himself up.
He's gonna take
He knows what's coming.
He's gonna take another swipe at you because you're in the doorway, and that's natural 1. So he's terrified. He doesn't know what you're doing, but it's scary.
Just bouncing with excitement. Finally found the one
And
use in the
you are
world for
gonna
True
see
Strike.
the darkness. You're gonna see the darkness recede back a little bit. Maverick.
All right. So I see the darkness kind of receded away. So all right. Yeah, he's clearly running away from Tyrm's her scary, horrendous laughter. So I think he's there.
All right, we're gonna hope we were right in the first place. Loose another
Hopefully
arrow.
I was right in the first
vaguely
place.
that
I'll
way.
take a shot.
Give you your attack roll and then your D100.
All right, attack.
Attack roll is a 22. Give me the D100. D100 is a 2, so you either didn't beat his AC, well, you missed concealment, so I mean, you know you missed concealment. So regardless of whether that was right, below 50 means that arrow is going to sail off into the darkness. Firing blind is like super hard in this game. Rena's gonna continue readying. I
Go
guess
get him, Tyrm.
You're shooting. She's gonna shoot wildly in the darkness too. She's gonna shoot the same square. Fuck it. We'll see what we do. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Pew. Well, that's a natural 1, so I don't think there's any metagaming to know that you missed because that was a natural 1. It's the same as missing for rolling below 50. It always fails.
It slips off the string and just kind of flops in front of
He's
you.
been holding it for so long, the bokeh had lots of tension. It just. Dick.
Well, I guess I will follow the bandwagon and hopefully hit something.
Woo! Shoot at the same square. You got a 10. Roll me a D100.
Okay. Okay, doke. Oh.
You missed because you didn't get 50 on a D100. Tim.
Yep.
Would I have heard where they stepped towards?
No, that'll be an active perception check. It's an active perception check to try and locate somebody in darkness.
I'm gonna step to wherever the attacks were coming from.
The attacks were previously coming. Oh, I'm not showing you this. The attacks were previously coming from this angle here.
All right, I'm gonna step to there, and I'm feeling confident that this spell has led me on the right path to victory.
Gorham's
I'm going
great
to
sword
swing
smells
straight
blood.
ahead. Gorham blesses my swing.
All right, give you an attack roll. You don't have to roll for concealment because you have 2 strike.
And this is at a +20.
You absolutely bring your sword down, connecting with something fleshy and soft for 14 damage.
15.
And with another...
Unless it's undead, then it's 16.
With the Destructive Smite.
Yeah, that's my last one.
Okay, 15 damage then. And you hear this creature scramble back, and everyone, you see the darkness recede just a little bit further. This creature continues to fucking scramble backward in panic and call out again, Thorsten! Thorsten! No idea what the fuck you're saying. Maverick.
I almost feel kind of bad for this thing.
Almost.
He thought he was trapping us in here.
He's just trying to get past you and you're blocking the door. Oh, Maverick, are you shitting your bow again? You would hear battle happening in the room, laughter and a thing calling out. And
I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna yell back. I got him. One more.
All right. Let's see.
I'm sorry, did I fucking stutter?
Stuff's moved around too much. I'm not confident where he is. I need to go try to figure out where he is. I'm going to move into the
darkness.
And I'm gonna try to listen for where this thing is. Seeing as how he's panicked and screaming, I think I can. I got 2 more squares.
All right. And you would, as you move up, you would tell from the laughter and screaming, you are immediately behind Tim. You would know that for sure.
He's
that
laughing maniacally.
You are immediately behind Tim. You can definitely tell that. He's laughing his head off.
All right, very nice. Can I make a perception check, try to figure out where the thing is?
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
With a 23,
23.
I have to actually roll his stealth check because he did move actually to try to hide. The 23, he is 10 feet directly in front of Tim.
All right.
He there.
Tyrim, advance. I can't say advance 5 feet and swing. That sounds stupid.
Step up and whack him.
Yeah, you could just say charge forward and swing.
Yep. Step up and whack him, Tyrim. Get him.
With you in the darkness now, Rena's gonna go back to waiting. Dick.
I will also continue to wait.
Tim!
I'm gonna charge forward, bring my sword down, and hit him with the flat.
You gonna do a non-lethal attack?
Yep.
That's not very Gorham of you. And with a 13.
15.
With the what?
15, I charged.
You can't charge 5 feet.
I thought you said 10 feet in front of me.
No, 5 feet in front of you. He's directly. He 5 foot stepped out. So was that? That's 13 minus
that's
4
13.
for non-lethal, so 9, unless you
Yes.
included that. So with a 9, that is certainly going to miss. As you, with a clang, slam your greatsword flat down on the ground.
I would need to roll concealment. Not that it matters, but
I mean, you rolled a 9. Like,
Yeah.
I think we all are. And he used perception to point out where he is. I mean, you know where you're going now. He used his turn to do that. So, 5, 10, 15, 20. Alright, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dick, the wall of darkness rolls forward, encompassing you once again, plunging you into the darkness as you hear frantic footsteps frickin' pounding down the hallway towards you and Rena. Maverick, you would definitely hear him move past you. He's not like sprinting, but he's panicking, and let me roll for the caltrops. Well, you can roll the caltrops. It's an attack at +0, because that's what caltrop does. So just roll me a d20.
Fair enough.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
no.
he fucking gets caltrops.
Yes!
So yeah, that's as far as he's getting. Yep, he takes 1 damage, and that's as far as he's getting. All right, Maverick, you're up. You hear him yelp in pain and a clatter of caltrops as he runs over.
Oh, that's great. All right. So if can I get a feel for where where I heard that come from?
You heard it move past you, but it'd be a perception check to know anything other than that.
Give me a minute.
Which is a move action in combat. It's kind of level 1 dealing with darkness is a bit of a pain.
Yeah,
when you're
just
a
a little
cleric
bit.
of Gorum.
Now when nobody has dark vision.
All right. So I think
He hurries past you. It's around 6 seconds. You react. What is your reaction?
Okay, so I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna try to pinpoint where he is first. I'll try that. So that's a perception roll.
Yep. The 6, you have no idea. He's behind
I'm
you.
not sure. Okay.
He's behind you.
I'm gonna. Let's see. I'll take a swing. I'll 5-foot step here and take a swing in this spot.
All right, give me that attack roll and that concealment.
Okay. I keep looking for my open windows. I forgot I'm doing your trick you taught me.
So with a 20, D100.
Alright.
That'd be nice if you. Ooh.
And a 60, you catch nothing. Either 20 doesn't beat it or he's not there.
All right.
Arena is gonna frickin' fall back a lot. Look at this.
She's like, oh god, that darkness
Like,
is coming.
oh no, do not want. Dick, you're in the
I'm gonna
darkness
yell
again
out.
and you can hear footsteps coming towards you.
I'm gonna yell out real quick. Where the hell is he?
I am going to pull out a torch from my bag and try and light it.
Okay. That is a full round action to do both of those two things. Do you have a way to light it? You have a flint and tinder and stuff, right?
I don't know. I'm an alchemist. Do I? Do I have
Probably.
any way?
As an alchemist, inherently no. I thought you'd
Oh.
need like a flint and tinder or something. You can't just
Okay.
will fire onto the end of the stick. You do have to. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure we got you a flint and tinder on. Almost positive we did. Let me double check you.
So I
does
will
not-
move.
Rihanna knows Spark, I guess.
She
could
does, but she also can't see him because
That's problematic.
Okay, so I'll move. I'm gonna move and keep moving as far as I can over to where, this way, and then just kind of keep hightailing it.
You would emerge from the bubble of darkness here.
I don't actually know how far that was. I where I was
You were
a second.
here. That's 20.
Okay.
And then, so
hello,
if you're
Rena,
double
how's it
moving, you can move right up to Rena. Tim!
All
Damn,
right.
you got past me.
I'm going to run straight down the hall.
Okay. Well, you are immediately going to run into something there.
Would
I
that
don't-
be the voice that I heard? Say, Tierm, he's down there.
Yep, that would be the voice talking.
I'm going to keep going.
You'd run into something there.
And that's not the
That's-
voice I heard.
Nope, and that's not 30 feet, so you still have your standard action.
All right.
Do you know you're in the right square? You ran into this asshole. You know you're in the right place.
All
You're
right.
in pitch darkness.
I gave him a
believe. Let me double check here. I believe it might be an acrobatics check to move. There's something about moving in darkness and moving more than half your speed. I want to say it's an
We'll see if it's
acrobatics
relevant.
check. Well, okay, yeah.
It's relevant.
God damn it. I gotta Google rules now. Moving in darkness. This is definitely a thing. Okay, here we are. Illuminating darkness. That's not what I need. Okay, an area of darkness. 50% mischance, loses dex to AC. Oh, wow, in total darkness, you're actually flat-footed -2.
Huh.
Right, so because it's the same as if they're invisible. That makes sense.
Oh, it's under blindness. Blindness is where you want.
It's under the condition? All right, let me find
No,
that.
it's DC 10 acrobatics check.
So,
But did
yeah,
this asshole have to do it too?
it's a double move to get there then. This fucker's got dark vision. You think he's run through the darkness?
Okay.
Is totally blind? No.
Possibly. I mean, he
This
missed me
idiot's got-
twice.
Well, that's just because he's bad. That's not because
I don't know
dark
that, though.
vision.
I
that's
can't
fair. No,
see.
he definitely has dark vision. So it's a double
Yes,
move
super
to get
dark
there.
vision.
So, would that be
So
the
after
full 30?
you would have to. You'd only get 15 feet per move.
Yeah, for a double, that'd be the full 30.
Let me get my ruler back. You've moved 20 feet.
All right, a little farther. then.
25 because you had to push past him, not knowing where you were. So
Yeah.
you can then proceed to go around him slightly to
Just
here.
a little farther, just trying to follow. I don't know who this is. I'm gonna keep going.
He is also going to double move.
Is his movement halved from Caltrops?
Yeah,
That's
that's
why
why
he's
he's double moving. Yes. His movement is absolutely half from Caltrops.
The Caltrops, the
5,
redemption.
10,
you.
15, 20,
Caltrops.
25, 30, which is exactly enough to put Dick directly back into the darkness. But the rest of you are still in darkness because Tyrm's magical light was wholly extinguished. So you are back to pretty much all being in pitch darkness.
Go, Elven Senses. Get me through this.
Maverick, you're up, buddy.
All right. So first, I'm gonna make my acrobatics check to move around and move blind.
All right. Yeah, we should just ask Mancha in the chat. All right, so make your acrobatics check. You can move at full speed. This is peak level 1 technology.
This is what peak performance looks like. You may not like it.
All right,
All
so
right.
your first, what do you want him to do? Move straight on the hall?
Yeah. So I need to go try to chase.
Your first 30 feet puts you right there,
All right. So.
and you run into nothing on the way there. I think the dynamic lighting actually blocks you from moving through that square.
All right. Fair enough.
So on your first 30 feet, you don't find anything.
Okay. I'm going to try to listen for him.
All right, make a perception check. He's double moving. He's not being particularly stealthy. He is 10 feet in front of you.
Okay.
This is something you could call out.
Okay. Yeah. So he's just out of my reach in front of me.
Rena is gonna move away from this rapidly encroaching darkness. And I guess take a shot vaguely in front of you. It's right in front of you and aiming for your voice. I'm gonna give her. Okay, so let me make her attack roll, and then I'm gonna make it like a 75% chance she misses, because I'm gonna say 50% she gets the right square and from your instruction, and 50% she passes the darkness. So she needs roll the attack, which is a 10, and then she needs a 76 plus, which she does not. 69. Hey, always the right answer,
Hey.
except in this situation. And her bolt clatters off the wall right next to you, Maverick. Dick.
Yeah.
What happens can I go prone and stretch out?
And cover half of one square.
You find them lay down and become an obstacle.
I won't let you. I won't
You
let
know
you.
what? Absolutely. What square do you want to lay down in, Dick? You're a little halfling. You can only stretch out of one. I'll let you cover one full square. It's just funny. Trying to become an obstacle.
Just in the square.
Just
in
right
the square.
there. Alright,
Yes.
Dick's just gonna lay down. Dick puts his torch down, lays down on the ground, and stretches his little halfling body out as far as he can to try and trip this approaching creature. Tim!
All right. So first acrobatics.
Yep. Alright, you can move at full speed.
All right.
You stumble a
So-
bit at first, but you're kind of getting it. You trust in your feet.
I'm gonna charge to where I was instructed.
Which is one square.
Well, that's the problem. I
You're
would.
hearing a
where did I?
voice.
Yeah, where did I hear the
You're
voice
hearing
from?
a voice from ahead of you. It's definitely more than 10 feet, but less than 30.
I'm going to charge to there, and I'm going to take a swing directly in front of me.
All right, so if you charge through but not at his square, you're just gonna run into him. That's gonna interrupt you and end your turn. So if you're going for over here, you're gonna have your swing not ready, but you're gonna stumble into him. I can what's it called? Overrun him if that happens.
Truck.
All right.
I'll just accidentally run him over.
You get to here, and then you provoke an AOO because you don't have improved overrun. And he is gonna take it and panic swing towards you. And this dude's garbage. He's gonna miss again.
Oh my god.
He has +6 to hit. He sucks so bad. Oh my god, you overrun him. Okay.
Yes.
What the fuck is an overrun?
Basically, he just gets laid out and I keep moving.
I'm pretty, yeah, you just prone him, right? This is literally like football shoulder tackle.
Yep. And this is just the sheer mass of Tierma runs him over and keeps going like, oh,
Yep, you just fucking bowl him over.
I guess I was supposed to stop there.
You end up there and he's prone. He tries to swing at you, but he can't get the knife running before the freight train that is Tierma fucking flies through him. He's gonna stand up and swing at you again, I guess. Like, roll higher than a 5! Oh my god! This dude's in a blind fucking panic. He can't hit anything.
Christ.
Maverick.
Oh,
This
I
dude's-
would be
Alright.
afraid
this
too. The
dude's
man
in
who can't
blind
see
panic.
is running me
He's in
over.
blind panic right now, just swinging wildly. What? This is the most level 1 an encounter has ever been. All right, Maverick, you're up.
All right, so I think I've got a pretty good idea about exactly what's going on. I think
You can hear the fighting about 10 feet in front of you.
yeah. So I'm just gonna step up here.
You are. I'm not positive. I think you're flanking. Tim can't see him, but
No,
he has
no,
a melee weapon out.
I'm not threatening because I'm blind.
I wasn't sure. He doesn't
Yeah,
know
no,
that.
none of us is
With
threatening here.
everything you've done, he doesn't fucking know that. You flanked. This fucker thinks you can see him right now. He is treating you as a full opponent. Maverick, you're flanking.
All right, let's do it.
You have hit him 2 out of 3 swings and run him over. He is fully confident you can see him.
The darkness, it does nothing.
It's not about you being blind. It's about him having to worry about your attacks.
thinks,
He
yeah.
doesn't think you're blind. He's flanked.
All right, so I'll step up and I think I'm gonna go for the dual wield attack here. So,
All right, so you got -2 on each swing, but you get 2
Yep.
swings, which is almost always better because you can roll 2d20s at low levels.
yep. So I'm gonna just roll this twice.
All right, so the first one is a natural 1. The second one is a
Hey.
17. Roll me the D100.
Here comes. Oh, hey, you go small, you go big. Roll you.
It's a 7. It whips it twice.
The sounds of level 1 blaring in the distance.
Oh, I'm changing the music. Hold on, I have some for this. All right, Reyna,
No theme, maybe.
still in the back here as this fight continues to spill forward. There's combat, but is understandably reluctant to just fire randomly into it. She's gonna just wait, I guess. No, she's gonna move back around this corner, so at least she knows she's in the next hallway. Well, to the corner, so it doesn't. But Dick's already there. She's going around the corner. Dick.
Okay, so can I tell if they are on the lower half of the hallway?
That's a perception check.
Legally, you can tell, yes.
You can tell
Okay.
no, you can't at all. It's a perception check.
Yeah, it requires a check, but I
Oh.
mean,
The
I rolled-
17, you can tell the fight is happening right about here. Who is where? Unclear. But this is where the sounds of fighting are coming from.
So I'm just gonna like shimmy my way down.
And it is a move action to crawl 5 feet front, so you can do that. Tim, You are not flanking because he can tell Maverick's blind.
Yep. I am going to. I ran him over. I know I ran him over.
You pulled him the fuck over. He stood up and swiped at you. You know he's there.
I'm gonna reach out in the darkness, and I'm gonna grab him.
That's gonna fucking provoke. Not to imply this guy has landed a single hit in this fight yet. Oh, but he does not want to be hogged. He gets that one. That's where he draws the line. Stranger danger. Tim, you take 8 damage and are dying.
Oh my god.
And you're dying too, because you're already wounded. You hear him, you hear the swipe, finally the sound of a blade piercing metal and a man crumpling to the floor between you, Maverick and Dick.
You got him, Tim! You get him!
Oh, he's the darkness. 1, 2, 3.
How
4,
many rounds
5,
has
6,
it been?
Is gonna continue to move another 30 feet forward, as is the guy. As Rena sees the darkness again, as he just has dark vision and walks around Dick.
Not in a panic. He's not gonna try and jump over me. What the heck?
The only one he was afraid of is down.
That still wouldn't stop him. You can't see him. You're just laying on the ground. He can see you. He just walks around you.
It would totally work.
Maverick, it's your turn.
All right, crap. He got away from me. I guess I heard him leave.
All right, where are you gonna try and move? Are you gonna acrobatics try and move forward again?
He must have given Tyrim the slip.
With 13 in acrobatics, you get to here before you move your second acrobatics check. Maybe acrobatics. Okay, 15 was the DC I had in my head. You almost trip over Dick. Almost. But you still
step over it. Yeah.
You nearly tripping over Dick. You get to 30 feet having not run into anything yet.
All right.
Other than well, Dick.
He can't get too far. He's got caltrop damage. I'll for you, Tyrim. I'll get him.
Oh!
Holy shit!
Baby! Roll me that D100!
Oh God, please, please.
Yes!
48! Critical miss! That one whizzed in the air! The 20 and the 19 to confirm, but you just catch fucking darkness. Was that your Rita know what the fuck to do. Dick, several people have passed over you. One clearly went around, one almost stripped.
I'm going to stand back up.
Oh, no, with the spooky music. Get back on that fucking dog song playlist. Put this on repeat. All right, continue.
Okay, I'm going to stand back up, which is a standard action.
As a move action.
A move action.
You can hear Maverick swinging it, someone rather, swinging in air right next to you.
Okay, but because I know that Tyrim didn't have night vision, I'm guessing the person that walked behind, was walking or running, that ran around me.
Hobbling,
yeah, he's caltripped. Stupid idiot.
Was the enemy? Do you think that's reasonable or no?
Yeah, that seems fair to me.
Okay, so I'm gonna stand up. I heard someone go down, which I'm going to
someone
guess
sort of
was...
fall over, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to stand up and kind of feel my way back the other way until I hit something.
Make me an acrobatics check.
Okay, acrobatics check.
You have a lot of decks. This should be okay for you. Yep, all right, so you can move at full speed. So you would move 15 feet here before your boot connects with armor on the floor.
Okay, and then can I do a heal check to see how...
You can do it. If you can't... Dude, let me... You can heal to stabilize somebody,
No,
is
no, just a
definitely
heal
in.
check to check whether he's dead and is Tyrm.
Yeah, give me a heal check to try and analyze the situation here, figure out what this is. With a 16, as your second action, you bend down and check him over. You feel a massive greatsword lying on the floor next to him, and a mighty beard that could only belong to Tyrm Ironbeard, raised by dwarves. He is alive, but he's very injured. You can't tell how severely because you can't see him. You're just feeling him with your hands. Tyrm, make me a death save. Just a d20. You are at dying 3.
All right.
Believe in the dream. This fucking idiot is gonna move another 30 feet down the hall. Just continuing onward.
Tyrm, he's getting away. I'm still on his tail.
Well, it's your turn, Maverick.
Let's see. So first I'm gonna need to do this.
All right, good. You go at full speed.
All right, excellent. Let's chase him. Let's chase him. Let's see. That's gonna be to
hide
there.
this token for a moment. She's just running away. This is pitch darkness now. There is, and hers would be dispelled by him coming around the corner. So yeah, now you have no light whatsoever. All right, you move up. Another 30
Well, the really
feet.
funny thing is that, like, I'm actually kind of like, I've gotten used to the fact that I'm fighting blind. I literally have no idea where I am at this point. So,
He's just kind of following the retreating hobble, man.
I totally.
Give me your attack roll. He'll die someday, maybe. There's a 19. Give me to 100.
Let's see what happens.
42. He's fucking catching nothing. Dick.
Is he even there anymore? I don't know.
You literally have no idea.
Okay, I am going to pull out a potion out of my bag and try and like force it down.
Find the general region of Tyrm's mouth and pour a potion down it. All right, roll me
The
d8
beard
plus
helps.
1.
You want me to roll it or?
Oh, Dick, it's his potion.
Okay, d8 plus 1.
2. Oh no!
Hey.
A mighty heal. He brought this one from home, apparently. Tyrm, you wake up, probably. Honestly, you're not positive. It's just darkness. You're definitely on the floor, though. It's your turn.
Gonna take about half a second to wake up, sit up, look around, not actually look around, slap light on my chest. Hope it works.
What are you doing?
Slapping light on my chest and hoping it works.
If you deposit a light spell onto your chest, at this very moment in time, you will absolutely receive the benefits of a light spell. Because you are so far behind this guy now that it has passed you.
Good.
So let me give you your glorious light back. Light returns to the world, and you can see this retreating shroud of darkness about 30, 40 feet down the hall.
Maybe an exuberant
I'm gonna yell.
Maverick shouting.
Yeah. I'm gonna yell, "I'm coming to Maverick!" as I grab my longsword or my greatsword.
You didn't stand up. You're still sitting
Nope.
on the ground, right? So you're sitting on the ground with your sword. I'm on my way, buddy. Don't worry. It's coming.
Oh, you gonna get it now?
X gonna give it to you. All right. So as this frickin' guy continues to retreat through the ossuary, Maverick, you can start to see the bubble of light fade away in front of you. But you really have got no friggin' clue where this guy is other than vaguely that way at this point. Maverick.
Oh, crap. Which way did he go?
It's actually equally dark both directions.
I'll try to listen for him.
And maybe perception.
Well, actually, hang on a minute. Let me look behind. So I'm looking behind, and I actually see there's freaking my dear friend who's collapsed who's sitting on the floor.
Blood all over the ground around him. Looks pretty fatally, but he's sitting there picking up his sword, and Dick's staying there with the empty potion in his hand.
Maybe we just let this one go, man.
Hell no.
All
right, wait. All right, I'm gonna try to listen for him.
He went that way. To your left, down south.
Where'd he go? He went south?
He went south. He took a left.
He went to the left. All right. All right. I guess I'll. Silly. Maverick will just look back at Tyrm and just kind of shake his head. All right. Not for too much longer though, and he'll duck down here.
You want to just? Oh, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. You got to make me the acrobatics check.
Oh, okay.
Or it's a double move. Oh my god! I
Can I
can't
take a
move.
diagonal move?
Not around the corner.
Not around the corner. All right. RX 12.
All right, you're good. So you can do that as a single move action. Then you want to take a swing somewhere.
Sure. I'll take a swing to the south.
All right. So you reach out again with your base. Still, you're just chasing this guy, just fucking slinging your hammer after him. That's an 8. We'll go ahead and stop you right there, Dick.
All right.
I'm gonna wait to see what
Tyrm
Tyrm does.
I'm gonna stand up and take off down the hall.
He stands up.
You can
runs.
run, right? Times 4.
Well, he has to
cannot
stand
run
up as a
because
move
it's a
action,
single
so he stands up and runs 30 feet down the hall, great sword in hand, trying ready for more murder. Dick?
So I'd better follow him because I don't have a light and I can't keep up. So I'm gonna run past
I'm
him.
20. I'm 20.
Oh.
I'm wearing medium.
Oh,
Okay.
All right, so you would be there.
Oh, you're not gonna catch up to us.
Yeah, good luck, idiots. All right, this dude is. Get up. 5, 10, 20. Okay. He's still going. Just continue to run away, and you hear like an almost exasperated voice at this point. Thronos, as he continues running away from you, Maverick.
Okay.
Holy God, this fiesta.
All right. So I'm gonna. I'm just gonna try to guess. Let me try to get perception on where I think he is.
All right, give me a perception check. An 11.
He is shouting at me. But I
Yeah,
don't,
he went. Oh, that's hidden from you. He is that away.
he's that away.
An amount of distance.
An amount of
He's
distance that
vaguely
away.
southwest. But as he's
Okay.
getting the distance from these stone corridors, the voice is kind of echoing around. It's
That's
yeah. At
fair.
this point, chat. Maverick's not even in the darkness spell anymore. He's just in regular darkness. There just isn't any light here. Like the spell is irrelevant at this point. Make me your acrobatics check. There
I'm just so
isn't
used to
light
moving
here.
around blind. Like I just can't. Like it's just like whatever. All right.
I'll go ahead and just hide her light for the time being.
Yeah, I don't really have. I'm not really feeling very confident that I'm moving and that I'm gonna catch him at this point. And Tyrm's taking forever, so I'm actually gonna. I'll roll acrobatics and I'll make my way back down the hallway and let this guy.
Mini long shot. Thank you for the 55 months and the double sub. All right, give me your acrobatics.
That's not the right roll. I'm sorry.
But it doesn't matter. It's a 20, so I'm sure it's fine.
All right. So I'll move back up. Let me see. Where's that gonna be? Thank you.
There's 25, then you can see from there, I assume.
Yeah.
You're back in the light now. You see Maverick come back out around the corner, and Reno would come out from that hallway in the darkness as well. No longer than any light. Both of them just looking around, kind of confused. Damn.
I'm gonna double move over to here,
Well,
and I'm going to say, "Move, Maverick," and get ready to start sprinting down the hallway.
Dick.
I'm gonna go over next to the other guys. I'm gonna go over here.
I really think this is kind of a lost cause at this
5,
point,
10,
man.
15, 20, 25, 30. You hear the footsteps break into a solid sprint, pounding in the distance away from you. And even in the seconds as he breaks into it, you can hear the footsteps almost fade entirely from what you can perceive. Maverick.
So step one is I'm gonna get out of Tyrm's way,
We know what happens when you don't.
just in case. And then I'm gonna say, look, let's just go back and check the room. Just let him go. It's fine.
Tim.
80 feet down the hall.
All right. So you're taking a run action.
Run action.
Well, you can get to there before there's not hall anymore, and a run has to be in a straight line. Your light
Yeah.
takes off sprinting down the hall to the south.
Doesn't Rihanna have light up right now?
That got
Nope.
dispelled when the darkness moved over.
Okay.
She will certainly use her, she's not on initiative anymore, but she'll definitely use her turn to put it back up again, though. Dick.
So
And I imagine Jen's response would be, are we really gonna follow him?
yeah, I have short legs. I'm gonna stay over here with Light Lady.
Yeah. This is the perfect music for this, by the way.
I'm almost are you wearing light armor, Derp?
Medium.
60. Runs only
60
times
what?
4, 60 feet. Runs only times 4 if you're in light or no armor.
I thought it was medium where it gets cut. Or heavy where it gets cut.
Oh no, you're right. It is actually medium.
I figured I would know that because I play a fighter.
No, yeah,
I think
you're
medium slows you down, and then heavy slows
good.
you
Yeah,
down.
medium. It slows you down, but you are still times 4. All right, Maverick. Can't believe we're still at this initiative table.
No, I think it's time to let this go. I'm just gonna sit here and wait for Tyrm to wear himself out. He's not catching.
Damn.
He's way too fast.
Gonna move to there. And then move to there.
Oh, I haven't been moving to darkness because I actually assumed it wasn't going to be relevant anymore. It's not there. It is, with that double move around the corner and down the hall, you see no sign of this darkness effect or anything. You can hear footsteps, like, way off in the distance. But that's about all you got going for you. Dick.
This guy's gonna tell his family about the terrifying encounter he had with a band of hobos from the surface.
He is. I'm gonna be like, well, I guess we just wait for this guy then. Oh,
Do you guys
He's
just,
pretty
you just
determined.
literally stand there waiting for Tim to tire himself out? For Tim to get tuckered? All right, well then, Tim, we'll just come back around to you.
I'm gonna run until I can't.
All right, well, I'll just go ahead and I'll help you out here. I'll put up the ruler. So there's your 80.
Maverick's playing cards.
Let me zoom
yeah,
out.
I'll play cards.
Let's do it.
Still going. Still see no sign of the light. Footsteps are still just echoing through the hall.
He can't get away. He's just gonna make it back to the entry area, and I've got the chimes, so he'll come back eventually.
Nothing you can really see.
I
at
might
this
run into
point.
the guy eventually. The guy also has no place really to go at some point.
Unless he tries to wriggle out the nostril passage.
All right,
If
Tim.
he knows about
Another one.
Your 80, I think, is more than the distance to the wall here. So, yeah, you're gonna get, if you're running a straight line, you're gonna get to that.
I would
intersection.
stop here
You
then.
can Stop there and looking down the hall from whence you came, looking down the Tengu passage. You don't see shit. And it'll be Tim again.
Oh god, why is my character sheet so tiny? Let me fix that. There we go. And at this point,
this isn't even initiative, honestly. This is just,
I'm having to reopen my character sheet because it broke.
yeah, like this is no longer initiative. This is tier
Where'd he go?
17 perception. You have absolutely no idea. During your last run, by the time your pounding armored footsteps stopped at the intersection, it was utter silence throughout the ossuary.
Just gonna yell out, "Gorm comes for you!" and start returning back.
Maverick's like, you got any 8s?
I have 8 copper pieces if you really want to go.
No, the correct
Put
answer
some
was
money
go.
on this. Well,
Go fish.
sad and somewhat dejected, Tyr makes his way back to the party. Walking, probably not stampeding his way back what would be
just
a
walking.
full minute after he disappeared into the darkness. He comes clinking dejectedly around the corner.
It was a good fight, man. It was good, but he gave us the slip. No shame in it.
It's annoying.
He had 3 health.
Put the cards up. I can't believe I lost a critical hit.
I can't believe you failed the
By
50-50
one.
for darkness like 5 times in a row. Like, God was not on your side that time. So, you know, that thing I said about how it's entirely possible that we finish Godsmouth Heresy today. Well,
Nope.
not if Tim
I made
spends
sure
a
of
full
that.
real-life hour chasing a Dark Creeper in the fucking ossuary.
Oh, what the hell is a dark
Oh.
creeper? I need to look this up.
It's just a little ship boy from, what's it called in Pathfinder? Is it the Darklands in Pathfinder? Or is that Dungeons and Dragons? That's the one I always lose. It's whatever that's called in Pathfinder, where the Drow live.
Oh, so when we opened up the door,
Is it the Underdark in Pathfinder? I don't know, whatever the fuck it's called in Pathfinder. Pathfinder's Drowland. They're one of the races that live down there. And he has been stuck up here because he couldn't fight the flapping head. So he was stuck in that room. All he wanted to do was leave.
So we did clear him out.
He just wanted to go home. Family fucking missed him. Like,
He's gonna have some war stories.
It's like, never go up to the surface again,
yeah,
man.
the
It's
fucking
terrible.
crazy screaming barbarians of the surface. Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna have a horrifying tale to
He's gonna
tell.
have a very strange perception of halflings, though.
oh, see, it's even better when you think about it because this completely clueless as to where he is, cleric is chasing him with the greatsword, somehow finding him.
Yup.
He was
every
positive
single
you
time.
weren't blind. He was
Yeah.
sure you weren't blind.
But he could see the look in my eyes of I have no clue where I am, but I know where he is.
Like, they can smell battle. These fucking crazy bastards from the surface kingdoms never go there. A story he's gonna tell his children to make them fucking listen. Like, well,
He'll have the scars to prove it too.
that was a session. In the grand scheme of things, we cleared out, quite literally, 3 rooms in as many hours. But you know what? That's level 1 Pathfinder. That's just...
Well, no, to be fair, we level 1'd the fuck out of everything except for that.
It is true. You kind of just ass blasted your way through every encounter up to that point, and then everything just kind of fell apart really rapidly because, to be fair, what the fuck are you supposed to do against the guy casting darkness at level 1 Peace
True
Saiyan?
strike.
Like, yeah, I guess
Beat him
not.
on initiative. That's what we should have done.
Yeah.
If we
Should've rolled
beat him
better.
on initiative, it would have been over real
He
quick.
got a natural 20. Like, oh,
It made up for the skull.
well, that was
The
a session that
flying ball.
happened. I feel like that's a perfectly good place to cut it, though, and that's a story you can explain to Jen what we did for 3 hours of Pathfinder session so far, and that she doesn't have her. I think that's all of your potions you were given by the clerics now.
Yep.
And I think also one
Yep.
Dick just brought with him.
Yep, I also had to use the one I brought with me last session.
So that is the 6 Cure Light wound potions this party entered the crypts with, all gone.
We still got cure spells.
Yeah, Rena's got 1 spell left. She's got 1 first level spell. You still have a couple channels and some first level spells, so you're not completely out of gas yet, but it's getting there.
If stuff
The-
keeps rolling like
Concerning.
that, like the Dark Creeper did, I mean, I'm not exactly worried about our health.
That fucker has +6 to hit. He hit you on an 8, and he missed you like 6 consecutive times.
Yep.
Chat, we'll hop off. Thank you guys for being here.
CR2,
we're doing
more
this
like
next
CR
week. Yeah,
bitch.
can we all do this next week? Probably.
I mean, as long as I get home in time, yeah.
Nick,
You should be able to.
awesome. Bryn,
Yeah.
sick. We'll see you guys then. Good night, everybody.
Good night.